Hey, 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 let me know if you can hear me, see me, but I believe I'm live. Huh? Saying there's some people lurking. Do. We are just going to wait till we get some more people in here. Yep. Yeah, that's what I think. Still not showing that I'm live on. G'day, Tim. G'day, Raquel. Mm-hmm. Representing. There we go. Now my phone actually tells me that I'm live. And there's Uncle Jesse, up from his long winter's, nap after delivering, a billion and some odd toys. Mm-hmm. He was busy. I don't know. He got lost. Don't mind me, guys. Let's just go wipe my screen here. Oh, wow. Look. Look at that. I was talking to him yesterday, and he wasn't even back to Texas yet. Mm-hmm. True story. And who we got? G'day, Loki. And Tiny Tim. We've got Raquel. Of course, there's stuff in it, Raquel. I'm going to be drinking copious amounts of coffee today. Molly didn't have a very good night last night. She was up all night. She was in a lot of pain. But anyways, we got some pain meds into her now, and she's resting as I'm here. And we can't get over how good Hank's doing. Obviously wanted to play as soon as he saw her, but we, kept saying no. And he's actually got the idea that I can't be bugging her. So, and there's the great old Bautissimo. And who have we got here? Got Uncle Jesse. Then we have Backlash. We have Lukey. Roberta. Hopefully everybody had a good Christmas. I see you're wearing that Lazy Scott's University pullover. Ouch. I resemble that remark. You just better be careful, mister. I've already made up your sign there to put Uber on your windshield. Pierogi, g'day, JB. Hopefully everything's well with you. And you guys are warming up. It's for the next 8 days. We're supposed to be right around 40 degrees. And that's what it is there today. For the Canadians, it's +6, +4, +6. That's okay. Let this stuff melt. We had nothing for the longest time, and then within a week we had over 2 feet of snow. But now it seems to be melting, and I don't know. We might have about a foot and a half, but that's just because it's warm. And there's Grace and Fire, Glenda, and Mr. Grace and Fire's with you. G'day, sir. And I'm hoping, I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. So either between storms. I know I've got to get down to my post office box in the US, but unfortunately, yes, Lukey, we're going to do something soon there, brother. It's just, it's been absolutely Chuck. And Jesse's making fun of it. Just nasty. He's just jealous. And there's good old Chuck. Welcome, welcome. And if Belinda's around, hello to Belinda. Actually, once I get caught up, I did receive some, I'm going to take it stickers. They're in an envelope. So, yes, dogs are very smart. And, he's only 11 weeks old and he still lays down. And he was laying beside Molly a little while ago. And she had to move. She was sore. So she put her big cone head on top of his little body. And he just kind of looked up at her like, what are you doing? And he was like, oh, yeah. She's sore. I can't. So he just laid his head back down and let her keep the cone head on him. It's fabulous. Only if we could get society to act like dogs without humping each other's legs. That's inappropriate. But it would be funny. Oh, okay. You're -5 there. Even -5 I'll take this time of the year. But where I'm going to be in 3 weeks, it's 71. I just looked. Nothing wrong with that. I'll take that over. What are you doing there, Goober? Yeah, I thought he was into something, but he was probably just getting a drink. Yeah, 3 weeks I'll be basking in the sun. You wanted to see the looks I got yesterday. It's above zero. So, as a Canadian, you wear shorts. At least in my book, I do. So, I went into Rexall, and people like the older generation, I won't point any fingers there. Honestly, they looked at me like I had 1,000 heads. It's like it's above zero. What's the issue? I didn't see there being an issue. And then I went and picked up Molly right after at the vet. And the girls were even like, I had a hoodie on, shorts on. I don't know. I didn't see there being an issue, but I guess some people do. G'day, Krubby. How's everything across the pond on your end of the world? Hopefully everything's well in India. I'm just trying to get caught up. Oh, Raquel just said hello to somebody that I didn't see. Let me go back up. No, I'm not calling a Windows specialist. Thank you anyways. Call a Windows specialist. We'll take $3,000 out of your bank account. Tricks on them. Ain't got none left. Krubby, Roberta. Okay. Yes. Yes. They've only been together. God, Hank's only been here, 3 weeks? And they are the best of friends. Inappropriateness is relative. Absolutely, Jesse. There's a fine line between inappropriate and funny. And that we'll just leave for the other channel. It's warm and breezy, 69 here today. Oh, JB, my heart breaks for you. Send that north. My son wears shorts every day. He's home no matter the temperature. As soon as it gets above 0, I wear shorts. It's the same as the kids. They don't wear jackets anymore. They wear hoodies. 40 below, they're wearing 2 hoodies. Anyways. Old Man King Homestead. G'day, Peter. What's going on? Better. Oh, that's all my kids wear. Well, I shouldn't say that. They do wear jackets also, but if they're just bumming around or just running to a friend's house or whatever, yeah, it's always hoodies. And I'm going to just go ahead and post the link because I really don't have a whole lot today. Oh, yes, I got to go do this. A little bit of a mail call. Stand by. What's up, Goober? Sitting warm air. So I did get a nice thing from the federal government yesterday. House of Commons of Canada, and then a notary that was read in the House of Commons right here, thanking long-term municipal councillors. So it was kind of neat that, I've received a couple of these for different things, but not for having the privilege of representing my residents. After this term will be over 12 years. And that's just while I was on council. That's not my volunteer hours. So that was kind of nice to get yesterday. Yeah, Glenda, it was quite an honor. And of course, my darling wife thinks that I need a complete wardrobe change while we travel. So every day is like Christmas for me. All right, I'll let you guess who this one's from. Deck the halls with that little puppy. Oh, yeah, you guys hopefully didn't see that, or you're going to know who it's from. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's really neat. So I got a Now that's hilarious. I did not know. So this is from Rochelle, Brampton Gardner. For those of you that don't know, there's Rochelle. And I got something I've never seen before. It's a Chinese black tea. I think that might be on the docket for tonight. And like, come on. Tiny Tim tomatoes. I love it. And we've got red cherry peppers. Ooh. And garden huckleberry. What's this? Garden huckleberries are nightshade as well. They will reseed, so plant accordingly. Great in pies, jams, and is a natural dye. Cool. Hey, Bunky. That's cool. But how many of you have a Tiny Tim tomato? Like ones that you can hold in your hand. I dare anybody to try. So it just says to Scott and Debbie, wishing you and your family peace, health, happiness, and prosperity in this coming new year. Season's greetings. Love, Rochelle, Randy, Sydney, and Dexter. That's awesome. I love this. Again, she put a lot of thought into a Christmas card. So, Rochelle, I don't think you're in here, but you normally do watch the rerun, so thank you. And who have we got here? Oh, no, I didn't. I just ripped off. That's okay. I have their address. Now, all right. So this one is from Al. I don't know why the camera is not. Camera doesn't seems to be casting shadows today. And I have my bright camera, maybe, or my lens, maybe. Oh, there you go. That's a little bit better. Hey, quiet listener, welcome. Rebecca, hello. Scott and family, wishing you and your family a very special Christmas and a happy new year. We've been so blessed to have got to know you. Got to know you and become one of your friends. Hope you have a fantastic year. All the best, Al and Nicole. Thanks, guys. Again, that's absolutely awesome. And let's see here. Brooklyn's Honeybees. Welcome, welcome. How are you? Oh, yes. And I had said that I didn't have one of Al's stickers. So I have one of his, I believe this is his old sticker. So, woohoo. I don't think this is his new one. I think it's his old one. So that means I'll have another. So I will have to get more stickers out before I go on holidays. Oh, yeah, that's right. See, I'm so used to Jesse being here and putting up the link and, organizing everything, but that's all right. He's hiding today. It's okay. He's allowed a day off. Oof.
Do I have to do everything for you, boy?
No, I'm doing it right now. That's hilarious. So is this Al's new sticker or his old one?
That's the only one I have, so I don't know if he has a new one.
Okay, then it's his old one.
Yeah, that's the only one I have.
Yeah, he's in the midst of getting a new sticker. So it
well, you know what? Since you just got it, it's a new one. It's a new to you. So
there you go.
The new sticker for you.
Absolutely. But I just think that's really
spit it out.
I know I'm processing. I'm reading my other phone before it jumps up on StreamYard, and I'm multitasking, and it's like a meltdown here. Oh, I just love what Rochelle did. Like, actually thought about different things, and put in some seeds and some tea, just something different. It's
very thoughtful, isn't she?
What's that?
She's very thoughtful, isn't she?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Great person.
Hello, Carlene Vassieu. I love saying her name.
Okay. So I should have asked. Raquel said that this is his new sticker because it looks like something. Raquel.
That's the one I have.
It looks like a decal, yeah. But anyways, I thought I saw. G'day, Jackie. I'll one better you, Jackie. I'll get Jesse to put it up here. Jackie Saylor put out her first video yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if everybody could go over and give it a look. It's the first one she's done. So, she wants to get better at editing, and hell, I've been at it 2.5 years and I got to get better at editing. It's true. I just, some days I have the patience of a saint, and I'll sit there for hours and hours and hours and edit. And a lot of my stuff, there you go. Jesse just put out Jackie's channel, guys. So if you're not friends, go over, like it. And I don't know, try to reset, Jackie, because it's not lagging on my phone.
It's not lagging over here.
Yeah, I don't know. Representing Cottonwood Ranch.
I have her cup. Where do I have her cup? I have her cup too as well.
Yeah, but do you have it full of coffee?
No, because I keep my coffee in this here. I like to keep it sealed and hot. It stays hot for hours.
Oh, I know. So I got for on the ship, I just happened to go over to Canadian Tire, which would be the equivalent to your like Ace Hardware store or something. And they had like Eddie type like 30-ounce jars or drink sippy cups or whatever you want to call it, for like, I got 2 of them for $9.
Yeah,
and they're
double wall.
They're insulated. Which is perfect. If we lose them on the ship, well, you're not paying like $50 for an Eddie.
Right.
Oh yeah, and Carlene asked when we were leaving. No, Raquel, I've been on now 2 years in March. So yeah, Carlene, we're leaving the 19th. and we're going to meet some people. I don't know who that might be.
That's okay, Bunky. It's a thought that counts. So hope you're doing good.
Oh, I'd expect more, Bunky. Come on now.
Cut her slack, dude. Cut her some slack.
Oh, all right. It's a Christmas season. I'll cut her a little bit of slack.
Bunky.
Oh, well, that's why I said it. I'd expect more. Like, I'd expect her to like run to Texas, get a flag, go back, put an emoji back up.
You know, they have every other flag in there except for Texas flag. I don't know why they don't have the Texas flag in the emojicons.
I don't know. I think that warrants
it's a conspiracy.
Absolutely.
There's a couple of other flags in there that I probably wouldn't have put in there, but they did. But there's no Texas flag.
Yeah, there's a couple of them I was going through there, and I'm like, really?
Yeah. But it's not my platform. It's not my sandbox. I just play in it.
That's right. And if we don't like it, we could go build our own sandbox to play in it, but exactly. I just don't have time.
Exactly.
I just don't have time. Where's Miss Lisa?
Miss Lisa is probably getting ready because she just finished cutting my hair, believe it or not. So she's taking a shower.
Looking good.
Got my hair cut today. I feel like, after that long travel around the world, my hair had gone out this high.
Oh, yeah.
It was everywhere. So I had to get my ears lowered. So she's taking a shower, getting ready. She's probably going to run to the post office and do her little daily rounds.
Yep. Well, I just normally see her either in the kitchen or in the shipping department.
Well, like I said, about 30 minutes before I got on here, she finished cutting my hair, so she took a shower.
Yeah, I got a trim too.
Yeah. No, mine's not that bad. No.
That's one thing I hate is hair. I'm not sure what you're trying to say there, Bunk. You trying to spell out Canada? It's all right. You can use a Canadian flag. We're friends, not enemies.
Yeah, they have the American flag in there, and they have the Canadian flag.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But they need to put all the 50 states flags in there.
Well, exactly, and I don't understand why it's not.
I don't either.
No, Colin and I went over Tuesday. We went over Tuesday and got our hair done. And
are you not dealing with snow today? Because you haven't heard you say anything about shoveling snow.
Nope, it's sunny.
Okay, so all that snow plowing they did yesterday cost you $30, and today there's nothing.
Yeah.
If you'd have waited one day, it would have all melted out. Is that what you're telling me?
No. Like I'll probably be back to a black driveway soon. Like by the end of this we've never had this long a warm spell. Yeah. Like it's supposed to stay actually a couple days. It's getting into the 50s. So to get above like plus 10 in Canada in January.
Oh, Canadian warming.
Well, send it. I'm okay with,
Oh, you're fixing to get a lot of sun. You trust me. You're gonna be glad to get back to Canada after all the sun you're gonna get.
Oh no, Bubba. No. You've got me sorely mistaken for my wife.
You're gonna come back darker than me.
Oh yeah. Well, it's funny. I never did get really dark until Debbie and I went on our honeymoon to Disney World. And that's many years ago.
That's a good 50 years ago.
That was 27 years in May.
that's back when the sun was a lot hotter. See, it's cooled off since then.
Yeah. So it,
Don't believe
yeah,
that.
it's
Don't believe that. The sun
yeah,
is just as hot today.
actually, it's worse.
Yeah. No, the sun's the same. It's the ozone layer that's worse, probably.
Well, that's it. We're losing the protective barrier, and I'm not a huge person that uses sunscreen,
Oh, you are a
but
person. You just don't use no sunscreen.
well, yeah, I just dislike sunscreen and never have. I use oil to get darker, but that it's funny after that trip to Florida for that 8 or 10 days, whatever we were in Florida, it changed the pigment in my skin and I get dark. And I'm okay with that. Like I'm back pretty pasty white right now, but I'd say by the time we leave Louisiana to get on the boat, I'll be burnt once and already be dark.
Well, you better pack you some aloe vera then.
Well, Debbie's already told me that if I got to look over because there's some things you're allowed to put in your carry-on and there's some things you're not allowed. And so I got to go through that and start, figuring out what I see an LSU shirt and
Wow.
I have to say, roll tide roll. Yeah. Roll over and play dead. Don't worry. Hey, Heather.
I wonder, is Chuck still in the live?
He might be just letting it play.
I think
I don't know.
No, I think he was driving. That's what it was. He was driving or something, going somewhere. They were just going to listen to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you got quiet listener. I'm not sure if you said hello to Wolves Dean Outdoor Official, because that's the official channel right there. Wolves.
Well, yeah, I said hello and made fun of them. So it's on the up and up.
Man, I used that soap today again. Oh my goodness, the coconut soap that she makes, milk with
the goat and coconut milk or whatever.
The goat milk, coconut, and something else. Oh my goodness, that stuff smells so good. I mean, I smell like Almond Joy right now.
You better stay away from Tony.
Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Yeah, there you go. So that's actually pretty. Wow! Look at who just rolled in. G'day, mister. We got an E3 Farmstead in the house.
Oh, check him out.
I know. And Coastal Water. Goodness gracious, you can tell everybody's on holidays. They're here to procrastinate.
Yep. Well, what does Bunky say?
Yeah, something about a heat wave. So they're probably getting the same temperatures as we. We had over a foot of snow, and now it all melted, but they're drift to Trey's knees and KK's waist. Yeah, that would probably be about the right level.
So if it was a Trey's knees, KK's waist, it must have been Bunky's throat.
Yeah, Bunky's shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Poor Bunky.
I cut it from 9 years old.
Absolutely.
Hey Trace, how you doing?
Hey Trace.
One Homestead.
In the dentist waiting room.
Oh.
Procrastinate, brother. Procrastinate.
I just left there a couple of weeks ago. I go every 3 months, get my official cleaning.
Yeah.
Insurance pays for it, so I might as well do it.
Oh, see, our insurance up here, cleaning once a year or maybe twice a year now. That's it.
No, I go every 3 months.
Okay. Yeah, no. We're not that fortunate. Chris, I don't know what you can, what you can't do, but if you want to come up, let me know. I'll throw the link up.
They're You got a pretty good crowd here today, Bubba.
I know.
Hit the
Well,
thumbs up,
we got 17. That's about normal.
That's a pretty good crowd, man.
Yeah. We've had a lot more, and I wasn't allowed outside. I'm guessing I'm shorter than I think.
Good one, Bunky.
They got to tie a flag to your back, Bunky, with a little thing so they know where you are.
Like that little, like the cart they have at the grocery store or at the mall. Got that little light so you can find the cart.
So you know where the kids are.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. I can't because I'm where I work. Okay, not a problem, buddy.
I guess during the winter time they got to put GPS on Bunky, right? So they can find her if she's ever out in the garden.
Well, as long as she stays out of the snowbanks, she'd be all right. Thanks, Bunky. But yeah, no, like I said, before Christmas, we had very little snow. And then in 2 big snowfalls, we had over 2 feet of snow.
Yeah.
But it's already starting to melt, so I'm not too overly concerned about it.
So you're probably about 38 degrees there then right now?
Yeah, it was right around 38 last time I looked.
Yeah.
No, actually, it's 41.
41. Okay, we're 78 right now.
So you're about normal, and we're way above normal.
It's a little bit above normal because normally we're about 77.
Oh, Bunky just stays inside.
That's okay, Bunky. Somebody's always got to man the hotel, or man the home where everybody meets.
Sounds like poor Bunky is, she's standing by the window waving at everybody. Hi, guys. Oh. Hey, Beth. What you doing with an LSU hoodie on? Probably wearing one of the best teams. Just had a couple little downfalls in recent years.
They are pretty good. Anytime a team can beat Alabama, they're a pretty good team.
The what?
Stinson's is here.
That's fine. Leave your car right where it is.
That's good there?
Yeah. Okay. Just going to get loud. It's going to be my money going out the window. The oil truck's here.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Like my wallet? It's empty.
So Grace and Fire says it's 59 degrees, but they're supposedly having some storms over there.
Well, I've been kind of trying to keep an eye on everybody, and yeah, it seems like there's a lot of storms popping up like everywhere. It's not.
Yeah, we just had ours, and I mean it was bad. We had 100-mile-an-hour winds over here. I'm surprised my pecan tree didn't fall over.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I mean, I say 100-mile-an-hour. It seemed like 100-mile-an-hour gust.
Now, are all your pecans out? Or are they still in the tree?
No, they didn't drop this year. So what didn't drop, the squirrels got. And them squirrels are bad. I mean, we used to have like 1 or 2 squirrels. Now we're having 5 and 6 squirrels coming through here. And they go all across the front yard. I can see them the back. My tree's in the back, but they go all across the front yard and they start burying those pecans all around.
Ian doesn't have a high velocity BB gun?
We do. We have pellet guns, but I mean, I wasn't going to get any pecans off this year anyway. So let them have whatever they want. They got to eat.
Oh, I thought that this was your year for pecans.
It was supposed to be our year for pecans, but because of the really drastic summer that we had, the high heat, high sun, high drought summer we had, pecans didn't put out. But this was supposed to be our year.
Okay.
Whatever did get put out was, few and far between. So I just let the squirrels have them.
So would it not benefit you that the year that you know that it's going to drop to keep the tree watered?
It wasn't that. It wasn't just, you know how much water a tree drinks?
Yeah.
We're talking hundreds of gallons a day. There's no way I can.
Oh, I suppose you guys are on. Yeah, you guys are on city water, so you pay for it.
Yes. And it would cost me an arm and a leg to water that tree with my own water. So, but no, I mean, I do the spikes around the tree to keep it nourished with whatever it needs. But the water, I have no control over that unless we just get a really good dousing.
Good soaking.
Yeah, good soaking during the summer, but not this summer. This past summer, in fact, I lost a lot of crops. A lot of our plants and stuff.
Yeah,
we tried growing a bunch of stuff, and that heat just killed it. So now that we got the greenhouse,
I meant to ask you the other day, that cactus. Is it a cactus or a right outside your window there, or is it a palm tree?
No, those are sago palms.
Oh, okay.
Sago palms.
I for some reason I thought they were a cactus, and I was just wondering if they flowered.
No, well, these do have flowers, or they have a pod that comes up, but they don't have any fruit. They don't bear any fruit. They're sago palms. That's all they are. They're actually, I think they're dangerous or poisonous to dogs if they around those pods but no, my dog doesn't mess with them.
Well, and again, dogs are smart enough. Oh, he slowed it down a bit. Wow. It's probably only $1,000 bill today.
How often do you got to fill up? Once a week? Once a month?
Whenever it gets really cold, once a month.
Once a month?
The last time we filled up was the end of October. Because it's been so warm, we like it cold anyways, except for one person in the family. And don't worry, Josh, it's okay. Yeah. Mackenzie's boyfriend just he just quivers whenever he knows they're going to be here because he finds it very cold downstairs. Yeah. So, but the rest of us love it. 90% of our bedroom windows are wide open. Well, not wide open there, but open.
Yeah. Well, is it cheaper to run oil, you think, or over, let's say, like a heat pump, electric heat pump?
Oh, God, no. In Canada, you don't want to, except for Quebec. Even the Maritimes, it used to be cheaper to run hydro down there, but their rates are way up. But here in Ontario, we sell all our extra electricity that we don't use to Michigan, and then we buy it back at a higher rate.
We'll figure that one out.
And then wonder why we're paying such absorbent amounts of, Michigan's laughing all the way to the bank.
Yeah. Is it good oil or is it waste oil?
No, this is good oil.
Okay.
You could run a diesel truck on what they just put in my house.
No, but they have waste oil burners. They have waste oil furnaces, and I'm not sure
they've outlawed them in Ontario. I don't know about the rest of Canada.
Right.
You need a special license now to even own. There's a lot of people that try to get away with it, and they try to put the waste oil in their shops and then just, hopefully nobody ever finds out.
Right.
We used to have one in our hunt camp that was like that. And we had an endless amount of supply because my uncle owned a service station.
Right.
So we'd go fill up 4 or 5 gallon liter or like 5 gallon jerry cans. And we'd have more than enough heat to leave it just on low for, all week while we weren't there. Our shack wouldn't freeze. But somebody came in that I just just saw through the corner of my eye. There's Treasure Hunter.
And Shift Kicker and
Yeah,
Treasure
Shift Kicker's been in since the beginning, or right near the beginning. And again, thank you to all our members. Appreciate every one of you. And oh, there's Beth. Welcome, Beth. And yeah, I'm just trying to see if tomorrow's supposed to be nice. I may try to go for a wee rip down to the border tomorrow morning. What's today? Today's Thursday, obviously.
Right. The 28th, 29th.
Yeah. So, yeah, see, tomorrow is supposed to be rain and 45. So what I might do is try to, and the rain's not supposed to start till 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so I may try to go early. But it's supposed to rain like all weekend.
You guys have places around there where you can go rent like jet skis, but for the snow skis?
Skidoo rentals, yeah.
Yeah. They're in town? And do they have like
no, we used to, but he closed. There's 2 places within an hour of here that you can rent skidoos. But
excuse me.
Been there, done it.
But when you rent them, are you only confined to a certain area that you can ride, or can you ride anywhere around town?
No, they normally come with a trail pass, so you can get on the trail system. Normally, only the Ontario trail system, you'd have to pay for a day pass or whatever to go over to the Quebec side. But the Quebec side, their trails are like groomed highways.
Really?
Oh, they spend millions of dollars, but they also make billions of dollars in winter tourism with skidooers. But I just, like, back in the day, we had skidoos that, somebody else had blown up, and I had handy friends, and they'd fix them up, and, we'd be fine. But now you want a half decent brand new skidoo, you're looking between $20,000 to $30,000.
That's crazy.
For a skidoo that you use, from January to the 1st of March. Like that, it just, I'm far too frugal to spend that kind of money for literally 3 months. Right. Now, you get extended usage in New Brunswick. This, like, that'd be the west side of Quebec. But yeah, like, I can get the trail systems just up the street from where I am. I can get on that and go right to Tony and Joni's place, all by sled.
Well, yeah, I mean, you only get it from January to March, but if you have one, I'm sure they take it up into the mountains and, up in the higher country.
Oh, people buy like, what do you call them there? The Airbnbs or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And they're like glorified hunt camps, but people will rent them because they're in the middle of nowhere. They're on a trail. So that's what they make their stop. They make dinner, they bring their dinner in with them, some alcohol. They get up in the morning and they're gone again. And these people are making a bloody fortune off of these cabins in the middle of the woods. But like Ontario doesn't have, like, you get going on the Quebec trails, they've got washrooms, they've got heated shacks if you need to warm up. They have different out places to roads. If you break down, you just get towed out, and then you can tell the tow truck or whoever's coming to pick you up that you're at, this exact mark. So yeah, it's Quebec spends a lot of money on their winter tourism. Oh, hey, Byron. But it's a lot of fun, and I can't take that from the skidooers. I can't just justify to spend the same amount on a brand new, well, not a brand, like a brand new car.
Right.
So pretty much what Debbie and Brooke bought their cars for, people are buying sleds for.
Yeah, I was thinking, it'd be good, like on the weekends, just go up and rent a skidoo and just travel around the trails or wherever.
Yep.
Just for the weekend.
Yep. So we can't cross the river yet. The guys went out about 100 feet. They got about 2 inches of ice and then got off.
Yeah.
This we'll have an open river again by the end of this warm spell. I don't think I would be going across the river this winter.
So Beth says they delivered snowmobiles. I'm not sure.
Okay.
To dealers or to places or who they delivered to, but
well, everybody takes a chunk of the pie whenever it comes to sleds, and people want to go faster and they want it lighter, and so it's all aluminum. It is what it is, and it's a fun sport. It's a very expensive sport.
Do they have very many snow cats up there? Like the big with the tracks, the big tracks.
They're not unless you're doing a lot of mountain, like you're going up into the mountains or whatever. We used to have them, but we use them to pull out timber.
Oh, okay.
We used to have the double tracks.
Yeah.
And my grandpa had one. We had one or two. And you could latch on to like an 18-inch log, and as long as you had a half decent trail, nothing would stop that thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, pretty much working with them. Not whenever, like any of the guys that are doing like logging this, they're all using like timber jacks, and they don't log with skidoos anymore.
Well, I wouldn't think there was very much logging going on in the winter anyway.
Oh yeah, that's when they log up here.
Really?
Well, yeah, because you do the less damage to the bush, and it's the easiest. Everything's frozen, so they can get in across swamps. They can clear cut, different areas. Oh yeah, no. Up here, that's when most of our logging is done. Is they clear cut, they haul it down to a certain area that they can truck out of all year there.
Yeah.
And once it dries up, then the flies are so bad you couldn't cut wood out there. You'd end up like, yeah, it's nasty, the black flies and mosquitoes and that up in the bush and the swamps. And
yeah. Hey, Don Ray B.
Hey, Don. Welcome. But
I don't think I'm answering Don. I don't think they would have any snakes up there anyway, even during the summertime.
we have one venomous snake, and that is the northern rattler.
Otherwise known as the cottonwood.
No cottonwood. That they're like you. They like the warmth.
Yeah.
But the northern I forget its exact name, but the northern rattler is the only venomous snake we have. We have grass snakes, we have rat snakes, water snakes. we have a bunch of snakes. It's just
Yeah.
the only one that we have. And I've spent a lot of time in the bush as a kid, and I've never seen or even heard one before. So,
Well, I try to stay. I try to leave them alone, and they try to leave me alone, so we don't cross
well,
each other's paths.
and that's what I tell everybody. Like, you know, they don't like you as much as you don't like them. So you stay out of their territory, they'll stay out of yours.
Yeah.
Except for, I guess it was about 5 years ago, eh, Kyle? Whenever that snake came up through the sewer system. So in Debbie, so where Remy's from,
Right.
or Remy lives about 20 minutes. So where Remy works is where my wife is from. And they had somebody, their snake, their big python got too hard to handle. They flushed it down the sewer system. Well, it didn't make it all the way, and it went and come out somebody else's toilet.
Oh no.
Could you imagine standing up to after your performance and seeing yourself about a 6 foot python coming out of your toilet?
Yeah. Can you imagine that? What that python had to go through to smell, to swim through all that stuff? Oof.
Yeah. So they found out who it was, and they were charged.
Oh my goodness.
Well, you don't, a small town, I think there's like 20,000 people from that area. No, 10,000.
And
Yeah,
probably
10,000 people from Campbellton. And you know who's got a large python because, you know, they like to show them off.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't have it anymore. And while the pictures of the python was the same as the pictures of the one that come up through the pooper, they had them, and they were charged. They were charged. So, yeah, you're out in the country, Bunky. Don't worry about it. As long as Dad didn't throw a python into the septic system, you're good. But to this day, there's people in that town that still look every time before they go to sit down.
Oh, I would too.
And it's a true story. If you don't believe me, you can Google it. Oh my dear God, my wife is ordering more stuff. She forgets that her account, her email account comes into this computer. So she's having a slow day at work because she just ordered something else from Amazon.
Oh, you're on to her now.
Oh, yeah, it's all right. You only live once.
Yeah.
But all right, I'll post the link again if anybody else wants to come up. And don't forget about Saturday night, guys. Are you hosting, Jesse, or am I, or what are we doing? I don't care either way.
Well, we'll be on before you, so.
Well, I thought we were just going to do one continuous.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We start before you, so I guess we can start with mine and either jump on yours or just let it go.
Yeah, we'll just leave it go. We'll just leave it go.
Yeah, because I already have mine. My thumbnail's already up.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's been up.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I just think, you know, there's the link. Glenda, if you want to come up, or whoever, if anybody wants to come up, come ahead up. I had a dream that I ran over a rattlesnake and it came through my car vent and attacked me. Ooh, Beth, I don't know what you smoked or drank before you went to bed. Might not want to do that again. Wow.
Yeah, I don't like spiders or snakes.
No, me neither. I wanted to, I kind of in the back of my mind wanted to do one of these bayou. You get on the boats and go through the bayou whenever we were down there, but I'm like,
Your excursions you talking about?
yeah.
Oh,
Well, no, like in New Orleans.
oh, well, you're there. Okay, before you
Yeah.
got the boat.
Yeah, and I was like,
Well, you be going by
man,
yourself.
there's lots of snakes. There's lots of, no, maybe next time.
The only way I would do that is if I went with Troy Landry. That's the only way I'd go out there because I know he'd get us out there and back.
Yeah, you see, Troy, I don't believe. I watch old Bruce. I like old Bruce.
Oh, Bruce is good too, but I mean, it has to be one of those guys that are on that show. Otherwise, I wouldn't, because they got to come back for the next show. So, and more likely to have cameras with them. So,
Yeah, Don Ray. The airboats. I think it'd be something to see, but rambling with the brooms. Do you want to pin your link?
the other thing about the
You mean for Saturday night, Bunk?
the other thing about the airboats, though, Don, is they're so loud. They're just you have to have earmuffs on. Even with the earmuffs, you can still hear somewhat of a vibration, and it's like, oh my goodness. And you can only take so much of that.
Well, I kind of went, Debbie and I were kind of talking about it, and I'm like, I'd rather take my time and go through the World War II museum than I would to go through, a swamp.
Yeah, because you can ride along with them in the swamp. You can watch them on TV.
Yeah.
What's that?
Lisa says, yeah, I'd rather just ride along with them and watch them on TV if I want to see the swamp.
But Bruce does have a charter company now that he takes people, I think it's up to 4 people.
Yeah.
But it's shut down for the winter because.
Did you ever see whenever he hooked up with Troy and they went to Florida to catch snakes, pythons, whatever?
I watched behind the scenes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I watched behind the scenes of whenever they were making it. Troy, or not Troy, now you got me. Bruce. Was doing it on his Facebook page. So I'm trying to get back in there, Bunky. Just give me a minute.
Yeah, apparently the snake population has grown tremendously since, because people like he said, that one guy, they have these pet snakes in their houses, and hurricanes come through, tear up the house, and snakes are gone. And now, they're all living in the wilderness, and the Keys are inundated with
and that's what I don't understand, because snakes, as soon as I see another snake, they reproduce, and then you get a whole clutch. You don't get
you get one, you get 10, 20, 30
minimum. Yeah. For some reason it won't let me,
but it's gotten so bad that even the alligators are threatened by the snakes. The snakes aren't afraid of the alligators.
See, that's wild. That like kind of gives me anxiety.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go, Bunky. I finally got it. Now I'm coming back. Doop boop doop boop 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 doop boo. What time? 5 o'clock you were starting, eh?
Correct. 5 p.m. Central, which is what, 4 p.m. Eastern?
Yep.
Yeah.
No. 6.
6. That's right.
Yeah.
If I'm 5, you're 6.
Right. Yeah, because I was sitting here going, wait, no, we were gonna try to wait a little bit longer because we were gonna go later.
So it's five Central, 6 Eastern.
Okay. There's the link.
3 Pacific or PST.
Yeah. I'm just gonna pin this to the top. There we go.
4-3.
So Saturday's link is pinned to the top, guys. I'll be sharing it out. Jesse will probably share it out Saturday. There may or may not be a couple giveaways.
Well, you don't said it. There will be some, trust me.
Oh yeah.
To bring in the new year.
Dispersed in between.
Yeah, it'll be throughout the live. It's not a giveaway live. Let's just put it that way. But we are going to give away some stuff.
But there's going to be stuff given away.
Yes, but not
Yeah.
And there may not be a prize to kick in the new year. You may be the first winner of 2023. So you better have yourself a nap.
Can I win?
Sure we can.
No, I wouldn't do that.
You just got to make a different account.
Yeah, good gobbledygook on that one. Who's good?
Never, yeah, I never heard of that fella before.
Yeah.
Oh, gracious. Join us for the countdown with Jesse as well. There's no way he ends before me. Well, and that's normally we have been, Raquel. We've been off. Well, I guess the latest we went was 11 o'clock about a month ago.
Okay, now let's push back now. One of the reasons we went that extra hour is because somebody named Raquel from Cottonwood Ranch said, "Oh, y'all can't stay one more hour? Y'all a bunch of wimps or what?"
Oh, I know. She likes to stir that pot.
Yeah, we were prodded into staying that extra hour. Mm-hmm.
We were.
It's on
We
tape.
were.
Believe me, go check it out.
shame.
Yeah, we were shamed into it.
That's about right, Lisa. We were.
Lied.
Yep. Yeah, all lies. Okay. Yeah.
That's all right. The ones that the ones that were there know.
But I
Raquel.
may lie and Scott may lie, but the video don't.
Nope. We do have video evidence.
That's right.
And then we might see whose pants is on fire. Snakes are along the southern U.S. But the problem is imported houses.
That's
Wow.
true.
Yep.
I would just use that example though. JB, they were housed somewhere. Hurricane come through or tornado come through, and boom. Now the snakes are on the loose.
So I used to watch a program from in Florida, and it was right across from like not the plains, but
The key.
whatever that water is near the Keys. Anyways, they said the problem is everybody that's going and dumping their snakes into there. So you've got snakes that are going in that are used to humans. So humans don't scare them. Like what a wild snake is like, whoa, they're as much a predator as what we think they are. But people are throwing their pets in there. Well, that's breeding in that they humans like to hold me, so let's go closer to humans. And that they say that's one of the biggest issues there is in I forget what they call it there in Florida, but
That's correct. That's Saturday night.
yep. No, New Year's Eve day.
Day after tomorrow,
Day after tomorrow, Saturday night.
Saturday evening.
Yeah,
Saturday?
but Bunky said, "Are you live on New Year's Day?" Right? No,
No,
we're
it's a
live New Year's Eve.
Saturday, New Year's Eve.
Well, we will be after midnight.
Correct.
So Lisa's planning on a party.
No, but I mean, if you go a little after midnight, you're on New Year's Day.
We are
So, Bunky, you're correct.
So there.
technically, yes, we will be New Year's Day.
Yeah. But we're going to end the live at 12:01.
Yeah, and Raquel, he will be when he runs over time. But yeah. Well, it's yeah. One of those days. It's a slow day today.
Yeah, I know.
It nobody wants to come up, and everybody's just kind of in their PJs on cruise control.
Well, everybody's off, or not everybody, but a lot of people are off for the holidays, Christmas and New Year's, and they just want to just kick back and see who's on. See a lot of that going on.
Well, that's it. The only reason I went live today is just I wanted to make sure that everybody was, had a place to go, and some people don't have family or whatever, so
I'm wondering, is Raquel's daughter still up there with her right now, or did she go back to the States? Because I know she was working down there, and I'm sure she was on a work visa or not. I think she was on a work visa.
yeah, I don't know.
She just made a video, actually a couple of videos, cooking videos, and that was her daughter. So I wonder if she was still there with her.
I think she was going to school, but maybe not. Or she was looking for a job.
Yeah, or maybe she was looking for a job, Lisa says.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still waiting for her to answer it.
I don't remember.
I don't like spiders and snakes.
That's right.
So were you lucky yesterday, Lisa?
Was I what?
Lucky?
Oh, yeah.
Just a little bit. Yeah, so on this one machine, it's a dollar machine, and it has, you can play, the max was 2 credits. So you play $2.
Yeah.
But you can either pick $1, which is $1 each credit, or $2 each credit.
So that'd been a $4 spin.
So it would have been a $4 spin. So I was doing $4 for like maybe 5 spins, and I switched it back to $1. So we're playing $2 credits. Bling, bling, bling. Yeah.
Triple.
Oh no!
$2,500.
She got $2,500.
Like woo! But yeah, if I had, we don't know. We don't know if I had left it on the $2, if it would have hit that, or not. If it had, it would have been double 5,000. But
you are so friggin' lucky.
No, I never win. You see
Jesus.
Proof right there, folks.
That doesn't always happen.
She won,
though.
not me. Yeah.
That does not always happen.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, they took Jesse's mom and dad out for a getaway yesterday, and Lisa comes home with her purse weighing 100 pounds more.
No, not quite. I wish, but not quite. Yeah. So yeah, you can choose.
That's awesome.
Take out federal income tax or not, but yeah, we do, because that way we.
Yeah,
don't
we make
pay
them
for
take
it
the
later.
tax out. We don't want to worry about it
Plus,
later.
they also take out
State tax.
Louisiana state.
But
tax.
we'll get that back at the end of the year.
Yeah, we'll get that back. Because
Oh, really?
we don't live in Louisiana.
We don't live in
So,
Louisiana.
you see, up here, like, say I work in Quebec and live in Ontario, I have to pay both taxes, but I'll get one back. But the government decides which one I can get back. It's the ones that they make the most money off of.
Yeah. No, we'll get the Louisiana state tax that we paid. LSU. We'll get the
We'll get that one back.
We'll get that one back at the end of the year.
Okay.
But
So how much is it? About 50% they'd take? Like
No,
No.
it's 8% for
Oh,
Louisiana,
okay.
and it was 25%.
I don't know.
It was 25% on the state government.
Well, that's like I don't mean to intrude, or it's just something we don't know up here. Like we get 100%.
No, but so out of the 2,500 that she won, she went ahead and paid the Louisiana and the government's taxes.
FID, federal income.
So you even I guess you didn't have a choice then to pay for the Louisiana.
Oh no, we don't have a choice for Louisiana, but we do have a choice for the government.
So I guess what Louisiana is hoping is that you're not going to claim it at the end of the year, and then they've got bonus money.
Correct. Well, but
no, because they print you out the whole paper, the W-2 wage thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sign it and everything. So they take your social security number and everything. But no, theirs was $150.
Yeah. The tax.
So the Louisiana tax.
Okay.
And
hey, Lila.
So I came home with like $1,700. But still, that's better than nothing, right?
Absolutely.
Better than a stick in the eye.
Mm-hmm.
With that.
Yeah. No. Miss Lila said hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lila.
Yeah.
I haven't shipped your box yet, but I have to pack it up.
Well, we
got it ready.
want to take mom and dad out for Christmas because she loves to go to the casino. So and she has
So how did Mom do?
years. Oh, she loved it. She had a great time.
Right on.
And she has
a hard
real
time
frail.
seeing, so we have to get the big machines that are, the big ones.
Yeah.
'Cause she
Oh,
can't
okay.
do the ones. But
Yeah.
and actually she was winning, so she
Yeah.
played a long time with $100. It was
Oh, good. That's awesome. And I like your mom because whenever I was making fun of you, she was laughing. So it's great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Uh-oh, here comes trouble. There's your camera. Okay.
There she is. Oh, what happened? Oh, you could. I think you both clicked on it at the same
Go
time.
ahead.
Okay. I will click her up. There we go. Hey, Don.
Hey, B, how you doing? Are you on the ranch?
We can't hear you.
She's not talking.
Can you guys hear me?
Oh,
Yep.
now.
Yeah, she
Now we
wasn't.
can.
And now the dogs immediately start barking.
Well, because
That's all right. We all have dogs.
You're talking to somebody, and they don't normally hear you talk to somebody unless you're talking to yourself.
I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah, two
No.
call, but it won't get us that far. So
Beth, no, it wasn't a casino in Texas.
It was
Louisiana.
in Louisiana, next 2 hours over.
But you know what? They do have one in Texas, but it's on a reservation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
It's
Nascala.
Livingston, isn't it?
It's Nascala. Yeah, it's up near Lake Livingston.
Okay.
It's a small one though.
It's about probably an hour and 45 minutes that way. But we chose to go to Louisiana because we have, credit there. I mean, they give you credits for
playing
free
and-
play and for food and stuff like that.
Oh,
But
So let's go to
it's been a year since
Le
we've been
Berge,
there.
Le Berge du Lac.
Raquel said that she answered you, but I'm trying to find it.
She said she answered. Let's see, a hi, Paul.
I don't know. Type it again, Raquel.
If there's any Americans who want to hire someone who has computer graphics abilities,
Oh, that's her daughter.
Oh, okay.
oh,
Yeah.
That's her daughter's specialty.
so she does computer graphics abilities.
Ah, crap.
Uh
Oh well.
What happened?
Is it snowing?
Our garbage truck has been missing for 2 days, and I brought back in all my boxes that you see there,
And he just went by, didn't he?
and he's there right now. So I'm not running with it. Neither is Kyle. So
Yeah. So I see it's nice and sunny there where you're at there, Don Ray B.
Yeah, it is. Can you hear me okay?
Oh yeah, we hear you fine.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't tried it out here on the deck yet, so I usually have to go up to the top of the hill to join anybody's lives.
Well, that's all right that you can do it from the house.
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
Yeah, we finally have sunshine, thank goodness. Starting yesterday, we have warmer temperatures and sunshine. I'm happy about that.
And you still have your quail and your chickens?
I do. I kept everybody alive. 1 rabbit, 2 hutches of quail, and 17 chickens.
Wow. Well, that's good.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. We had 2 terrible storms. We had 1 ice storm, and that knocked my electric out for 4 days. And then a week later, well, about 11 days later, we had that Arctic blast, that storm, the cold temperatures. So, yeah, I'm about tired of winter already.
It just started here, Don. Come on.
I know.
Nothing I hate
starting.
more than snow. Like I said, I had called Jesse and Lisa yesterday, and I was showing them. I was outside shoveling, and I was showing like it's beautiful because we had like wet snow, and it was all over the trees, and it was really pretty to them.
Yeah.
But to us, it's like, ugh, it's more.
Yep.
But again,
That's what
like I was
the
saying to
ice storm
Jesse,
was beautiful.
and like I said to Jesse, every time it snows here more than 3 inches, costs me $30. That's how much the guys charge. Actually, I have a guy that's cheap. The rest of them are usually between 40 and $50 to come and blow out the driveways. So, yeah. Yeah, I agree, Raquel.
Yeah. It's sad, but that's probably right. The visuals, the optics aren't correct. People start thinking it's just it's a setup, to try to get.
And it's near impossible. It started with the people before Sleepy Joe. About 2 years into his term, the borders kind of went, and then, like there's a lot of Canadians that stopped going down because there was so many border issue problems. But now it seems to be getting a little bit better, not a whole lot, but a little bit.
So Beth, what are you referring to? You talking about in casino? What's the highest level I can get to, and what do I win when I get there?
Oh, she must have leveled up. Hang on. So Bautissimo gives you different levels, and in a game that levels don't matter. The one with the highest level gets a great big old hug. And right now it's the furry white guy.
So the thing with Bautissimo is basically it gives you the data that the creator needs to help him understand who his active members are, who his non-active members are, who's doing the most conversing in their lives, and if that person wanted to award, let's say, a bottle of vanilla or some kind of gift, he's got the data to support why he's doing that. So if Beth, you were the top commenter, he would have that in writing to say, hey, Beth is the winner. She's going to get that, and here's the results. The Bautissimo gives you all the data you need, just about. And they do it in form of a level. You're at this level, that level, but it really doesn't mean anything really unless Scott wants to do something with it. Yeah.
Okay, bye, Bunky.
Bye, Bunky.
We'll see you Saturday night, Bunk.
But you'll be interested. I mean, I was kind of skeptical about Bautissimo, but when you do a live and it gives you all the data, like who spoke the most or who chatted the most. If you had any new subscribers, it tells you who the new subscribers are. I mean, because a lot of people like to get back with them and say, hey, well, I saw you were on my live. Appreciate you joining, blah, blah, blah. Or, just kind of familiarize yourself with those newer folks. And then it tells you, just about everything. What the peak, what you had as far as people that were in the live, what your concurrent number was, meaning it was high as 101, low as 90, but your concurrent was about 97. So at any given time, you had an average of 97 people in the live or 37 people, whatever. So it gives you all this data to work with. It's really nice. And then you can program it like he does. Like, for example, when he's programmed it to say, welcome to Scott Rambler's Live, just by you saying the word hello. So if everybody in the chat was to say hello today, Spatissimo is going to answer. But if you do it at the same time, it's going to pick one or the other. It's not going to do both. So, but you can program it to say whatever you want, and it'll do it. So,
thank you, Rochelle. If you want to see what I said, you got to watch the beginning of the program.
Yeah, it was very tearjerker. I had to use some Kleenex just before I come on here. Rochelle.
I still have mine. Uh-oh. And there's Sir Paul Honeyman, all the way from the...
Guys,
Go ahead, Rick.
I'm going to step down. I just wanted to pop on really, really quick and say hi and practice joining lives briefly, but I still have a bunch of stuff to do.
Well, all that I got to say is your internet has been fantastic on your deck.
Perfect.
Yeah. What's the view from there, Dawn? Are you looking at the chickens? Are you looking at the mountain? What's the view from your? Oh, look at that!
Nice.
Holy moly!
Can you guys see?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
So you're down. Look, there's a valley down there. I see.
Yep, I'm on top of the ridge. My place is up on top of the ridge. So if I go up my driveway that way, it drops down off the other side of the ridge. And so I'm right at the top. Well, not my house. My house is down in a little bit.
Right.
But my property, I'm blessed.
Now,
nobody wanted this property, so it was super cheap too. Like unbelievably cheap.
But you don't have to give your address, but is that West Virginia or Virginia?
Yes. Yeah.
West Virginia?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's just gorgeous.
I always liked that, driving truck through West Virginia. I just loved being up and through the mountains into the hollers, and beautiful, beautiful spot.
It is. I'm very fortunate. I hope I never take it for granted.
Absolutely.
So you guys take care, everyone.
All right. Take care and Happy New Year if we don't see you.
Yeah, thank you. You too. See you, everybody.
All right.
Bye-bye.
See you, Lisa. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too.
And g'day, Craig. How are
Darren.
you?
Darren showed up. Hey, Darren.
Oh, yes. Darren's here too. We were just talking about Quebec.
Quebec. Mm-hmm.
And I didn't say anything that I shouldn't have. Well, I was just saying that they've got the best skidoo trails in Canada by far.
And don't they pay the least taxes too?
Yep. And they generate the most hydro because every river they have a dam.
Damn Quebecans. I guess how you say it, Quebecans.
Sure, why not?
Well, we call it
or Quebecanites.
Or Quebecanites.
Quebecanites. What?
Quebexicans.
Kyle just said cool.
Well, that would be if I lived there.
Yeah. Leave it to my boy.
Well, so Darren says we actually pay the most taxes here in Quebec. Well, as a Quebecian, yes, you probably do. But in relation to all the other, what was it, provinces, isn't Quebec the least taxed?
They get the most for their tax dollar. Like they get paid per child to have a child. I don't know if it's anymore, but it used to be like that. An error occurred. Wait a moment and then try again. What? What error might have occurred? There we go. Darren, if you want to come up, brother, there's the link.
They get everything. What do you mean they get everything, Rochelle?
Oh boy, here we go.
Are you feeling left out, Rochelle?
Oh, hey, we're talking from somebody from Toronto who gets everything.
Well, I know, because I thought people from Toronto had a silver spoon in their mouth. Just asking. I'm just asking. I'm not saying. I'm asking. Rochelle.
Oh boy. Am I ever glad she sent me the card yesterday? Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not too far from that.
All I'm seeing is crickets.
Yes.
We have one freaking hospital. Really?
One hospital in Brampton, but she's probably got about 6 hospitals within 45 minutes of her house.
Yeah, but Brampton is just a suburb of Toronto.
Toronto.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, how many hospitals do you expect?
Yeah.
I lived in South Houston, which is a suburb of Houston. It's the city of South Houston. We didn't even have one hospital. We had one clinic, but not a hospital. We had to go to the next town over.
Which was not.
Oh, really?
Correct.
Okay, Lila, take care.
No, I wouldn't classify a clinic as a hospital because it's not a hospital. It's a clinic. It's all it is. Stitch you up if you cut yourself open, or help you get some. Who's calling there?
Even our clinics here, they don't stitch you up. They send you to the hospital.
Oh no, they'll do here. We got emergency clinics, and if you go to that emergency clinics and you have, let's say you cut your arm open from cutting beef or something, they'll stitch you back up.
Oh yeah, no, not the ones around here, or not the ones I've been to, anyways. Anything like that, they ship you to.
Yeah, we've had to take Ian several times growing up. He's hurt himself, and they fix him up right there. I mean, you can go if it's major surgery. I'm sure they'll send you to the hospital, but
No,
small
I took him to the ER
well, I'm talking about the one right here on.
because he had stitches in his chin, and then
the one right here down here on Beamer. Isn't that the one we took him to on Beamer? That time he says, "Oh, Dad, we told him don't go jumping on a skateboard." Oh, I wouldn't, Dad. I wasn't going to jump
because he was in baseball at that time, and he was the pitcher.
Yeah, and we needed him. And I won't. I promise, I won't. We're just going to be on flat ground. Well, he busted
hits a rock, and he flies off and busts his chin up, and
they don't
so
listen.
he had like 6 stitches in his chin. But no, the other time I took him to Southeast Memorial.
Southeast?
Yeah. But the other time he was out in the backyard whittling some wood. Grandpa was out there.
Grandpa told him
out there.
Well, Grandpa told him don't be playing with that knife. Sure enough.
So he's whittling, but it doesn't lock open.
It wouldn't have locked. It was a non-locked blade.
So he almost cut the top of his finger off, and so he's got to get shots and numb it and stitch it, and
So we just finished moving to this house when he was about what?
He was
3.
4.
He was 4 years old. We moved to this house here when he was 4, and we're unloading the truck. This is a big old U-Haul truck, one of them huge trucks, and I'm unloading stuff. And I'm coming. I have all this wood that I had at my other place, and it's like 10-foot pieces of wood. So I'm pulling the wood out, and I'm pulling the wood out,
and not slow either.
And I'm pulling the wood. Well, Ian comes walking up in the garage and walks right behind me, and I threw it, and it boom hits him right in the head.
No, that one was okay. We didn't
I
take him
said,
anywhere.
oh
but
my God, this guy,
I don't remember taking
he's
him anywhere.
killing me.
So what you're saying then is he was accident prone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it seems like it.
You know,
Oh, poor Ian.
boys, he's been through a lot.
Lately, though, he's done. I mean,
Oh my goodness.
yeah, since then he's done.
I was gonna say he's getting into the wrong profession if he's accident prone.
Now this
This
was
is a different kind of accident, though.
This one was an accident, but he had like a look almost like a cyst here on his cheek. So we take him in and they put him in the hospital because it was the staph infection,
Something.
I think.
Yeah.
So they had to put him on antibiotics and stuff.
Oh my God, yeah.
Eye. We have no idea how he got it or where it came from or what, but yeah, so me, mom goes to the hospital with him, and this was downtown. So they let me stay a couple days, but we had the run of the place, maybe 2 other kids in there.
Yeah.
And on one floor they had a basketball court and everything. It's like, wow.
It was all geared around children. The hospital.
Okay.
He was like
Hey,
12
looky
or
here.
13. Hey, Darren.
Now all we
Hold on,
need is
guys.
Rochelle. Now we just need Rochelle, and then ding ding.
Corners.
So it's this about taxes and stuff?
You
It's
guys
not-
get everything.
We hate
It's
him.
not who pays more taxes, is that we all pay too much taxes.
So what?
That's for
Amen.
But my reference was, Darren, in the big scope of things, the big scheme of things, when you're talking about provinces, I heard that Quebec pays less taxes, meaning
No,
you're
we have the highest
25
income tax, and we've got the highest sales tax as well,
So you have the
and
highest
then-
sales tax, but
and the highest income tax.
okay. What about property tax? Do you pay property tax as well?
Yeah, it's about average, I'd say, with
And maybe
across Canada.
maybe what I was thinking about, or they were talking about, was your, as far as property is concerned, the taxes on property in Quebec is going to be cheaper than it is in, let's say, Nova Scotia. I don't know.
Nova Scotia and like East Coast, pretty good. I think like if you're comparing our property tax to a same place in Ontario,
Yeah.
we pay quite a bit less.
Oh, okay. And
Yeah.
what about like over in Victoria?
Oh, they'd pay a ton more than us,
They pay a ton more.
Yeah.
but they don't cut down a tree in the West
Because
without.
you're in Canada, and you're saying, well, what province do I want to live in? Well, the first thing to consider is how much taxes are you going to have to pay on your property.
Alberta pays probably the least in income tax and sales tax. East Coast, you're probably looking at the least for sales or property tax, I'd say.
Right.
Quebec, northern Quebec too, for
50%.
property tax.
Actually, New Brunswick's starting to come up because we had now go back about 10 years ago. We had looked at one piece of property. It actually had a 3-bedroom house, and I'm talking waterfront on the Miramichi River. You stood on your deck, you looked out, you saw the Atlantic Ocean, the river went in front of you. So you had the house, you had a property with a well and septic beside it that you just had to drop like a mini home or something on. And there was another property across the road, and that was $245,000. So you had 2 waterfront properties, plus you had like one across the street. But then if you now that's over $500,000. They're starting to catch up.
I just want to know where our tax goes to here in Quebec, because like we pay so much tax, and then Alberta pays for most of our stuff anyway here. So it's like, where's it going?
But isn't it still whoever is it 10,000 or 20,000 to give birth? Women in Quebec.
No,
I know it was.
So there's
Don't
more
think
to
so.
have children.
Yeah, they were paid to have children because they wanted to raise the number of people in Quebec with people from Quebec.
it's funny because you go back years and you talk to people here in Quebec, and they had like the priest coming around and basically telling you have to have children. It's like, Oh, yeah. Okay.
But what if you were a married couple who could not have children? Let's say the male was sterile, or
They were frowned upon in Quebec.
Yeah, you're probably kicked out of the church then. You're like,
Wow.
Okay.
But no, seriously, you weren't like stoned or anything, but
No,
you weren't.
probably frowned upon.
Yeah. Unless again, adopted. You fill your house with kids that nobody wanted, you were actually higher than somebody that had a lot of kids. And the only reason I know this is because I've grown up right across the river from Quebec my entire life. So I spent a lot of time there. And like where Darren's parents are, it was maybe 45 minutes from where I grew up. And only a few lakes over from where I spent most of my summers. I spent my summers at Round Lake. So, not that far away.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Are you born and raised Quebec?
me?
No.
No. That's why I can't speak it.
Well, just because you can't speak it doesn't mean you're not from there. Because
True. Very true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Oh,
there
you
are a
can
lot
speak-
of people here born in Quebec that
You probably understand
speak
more than you
mostly
speak.
English.
You probably
Yeah.
understand more than you can.
Yeah,
speak.
I'm getting a lot better at comprehending, understanding everything that's going on. Me
Brigitte,
putting
she
the
speaks-
words together. No.
Brigitte, she speaks fluent French, right?
Yeah, she's bilingual. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's the best. She's the best one of that couple.
Exactly. Yeah. But she was born here, basically in the town where we live now. So
Oh, really?
yeah. So she moved out. She went down to Quebec City. She's been up north in like Yellowknife, I want to say it was.
Good God.
Been in Ontario. So that's how she learned English, is being outside of Quebec.
And Quebec, help me understand. Quebec is the only province that speaks the French, still speaks the French, right?
Yeah.
French Canadian.
Yeah.
New Brunswick, parts of New Brunswick are very, very bilingual.
Yeah.
Like,
we
You're served in French before English.
here in Quebec, the main language is French. However, if you go to the East Coast, if you go up to the Yukon, many parts of Canada, there are huge populations of French speaking. So,
Yeah.
like where my brother-in-law lives up in Faro, the Yukon, I'd say maybe half the town at least is probably French speaking.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's crazy. And to me, there's so many, once you start living in different places, like switching back and forth from Quebec to Ontario, or English speaking to French speaking, you start to see, about, I would say, the petty differences that people fight about. For example, schooling. So here in Quebec, you cannot attend an English school unless one of your parents was English. So born outside of Quebec. Or if you're sending them to a private school. And then outside of Canada or outside of Quebec, there are very few spots where you can get, say, a bilingual school or a French immersion school.
But you see,
rare.
here we do actually. They're building a new French school 300 feet from my house.
Yeah. And then the other thing they do is they fill the French schools, or they teach all the French courses with people from France. So you're learning almost a different type of French.
Yeah. And but we're the same as what Quebec is. So Quebec, if you want your kids to attend English, you have to speak English. In Ontario, you have to speak French, or your kids can't go to French Immersion Plus.
No.
And, like Debbie can do her job fluent in French or English, but it's still not enough. to send our kids to French immersion. You know?
Right.
And I'd say if you compare us to the States, for example,
it's true.
especially down in the state, down in the South, I think you'll find way more Americans who are bilingual, basically speaking Spanish or something like that, versus Canada speaking French.
And I got to say, it is, because I've traveled through Quebec to get to New Brunswick for 30 years now. And 30 years ago, you tried to fuel up and make it across Quebec. Number one, because the price of fuel's 20 cents a liter more expensive back then than what it is. And they would never try to speak English. Over the 30 years, that has been, like, I can only speak very, very little French, but I try. And at least they try to speak English now, where they never would before.
Depends on where you are too.
But I'm talking like Lévis, Quebec City,
Quebec, it's amazing how many people are bilingual across Quebec. Like, I'm in an area where, like, total redneck out in the country, you would suspect that very few people speak English, but a lot do. So if you start a conversation in English or in French with them, almost all will pick it up right away, no problem, and then switch to English and I think there's more people that I'd say they're afraid to speak English. I don't know whether it's hesitation because they don't think their English is that good, but most people I run across are very good in English. So, yeah. And like, I've never had an issue where I live or in Quebec City or anywhere like that. As soon as you start talking to people, a smile comes across their face. It doesn't matter what language you're speaking. Whereas Montreal's a bit of a different story.
See, I've never had a problem in Montreal.
Neither have I. But, it's not like I've walked around or toured around like I have in Quebec City.
True.
I go through the airport. I go visit a couple clients, that sort of thing. So,
yeah.
But even in the airport, I was like going through Montreal or going through Quebec City, where I'm from now. We go from here. I start speaking French and people reply in French, no problem. I go through Montreal and start speaking French, and they're like, yeah, we actually speak English here too. I'm like, well, okay, but we are in Quebec. Like,
yep.
It'd be like going to Mexico and start speaking Spanish and say, well, we speak English here too. Well, wait a minute. I thought I was in Mexico.
Yeah. It's one of those, like, she probably meant that, I could speak English, but the way it came across was like, hello.
Really?
Yeah, exactly. So,
yeah.
And
it might be a generational thing too. I think the younger generations are speaking more the English than they are of the native tongue. When I say native, be it down south here, be it Spanish, or in Quebec it'd be French, right? And social media is a big part of it as well. So
it is because we notice it with our kids where they're watching YouTube and they're watching movies and video games, and it's all in English. So, Bridget's sister went to take the boys into town to watch a movie, and I was like, they got back and I was like, how was the movie? They were like, yeah, it was great. It was awesome, except it was in French. I'm like, well, yeah. And they're like, yeah, but movies are better in English. I'm like, it's like.
Now, do you, or does Brigitte talk to them in French at home?
It's half and half. So in the house.
So Quebecois then.
Yeah. And like it was getting to the point where, like when I first moved here, the boys mainly spoke French, and then their English got so good, and then they're like, no, we're speaking English all the time. And then we're like, no, actually we need to speak more French since we're in Quebec. So like dinner times are going to be French only. And that helps me as well. So, but now it's at the point where it's half and half. So half the time it's French, half the time it's English. So,
yeah. I just, I don't care where I am. If I'm going into Quebec, I may not have a very big dialogue, but I can get through. And that's maybe from my years of crossing over into the bars as a, small little whippersnapper heading over to Shawville, but, and the same way, like in Ontario, a French person cannot have the same level of service as what they try to give English people in Quebec. It's just because in Ontario, it's not a thing. Like you go anywhere and you're only speaking English unless you're in Ottawa, working for the government. But yeah, that's a whole other kettle of fish.
Eve, your English is probably better than my French. It's like what I find is, most people in Quebec think their English is bad or can't really, but most speak it so well. It's, there's no problem getting by, having a conversation, anything like that.
Now, does Brigitte feel more comfortable speaking to you in French or in English?
Both.
Both?
Yeah.
Okay. So she chews you out in French. And
when she uses,
I'll let you know.
She calls him in French with his full name. Yeah. He runs to the barn.
I'll let you know the first time I'm really in trouble. Which
yeah. I never could get used to the French language. I mean, it's not really Latin, but it's just different. I don't know. It's just different.
French is more like Latin.
Yeah.
Like Quebec French is a language of its own.
Yeah.
Its own dialect.
Yeah. Because it's still kind of the original French when, they came over from France and started to settle here. That language stayed the same, really. Whereas France, being part of Europe, it started to evolve. And from what I see is they use a lot more English in French versus Quebecois. So, but then the funny thing is Quebecois will usually bastardize a lot of English stuff as well. So like hot dogs, sawzall, that sort of thing, which is hilarious. So a hot dog, they'll say it here is hoi doi.
Hoi doi, hoi doi.
And then a sawzall is sazal. So it's rather funny when you come across words like that.
So have they started to change the money over there in Canada yet? Or is that still a ways off?
To do which?
Hey, I'll accept that greenback anytime.
Well,
hey,
no,
I'll take it.
Now that you have a king over there in England.
Oh yeah, I haven't noticed if anything's changed yet or not.
Yeah, they come out with a new bill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's
the way it's going.
I just got it from the bank, so
the way it's going, Sparkly Socks will put his face on everything.
Sparkle Socks. I will use it as target practice.
He's putting his name on everything as it is already.
Oh,
you just don't see it. You're gonna feel it.
Oh, trust us, we feel it.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You're gonna feel
and it hurts.
It hurts. Yeah.
Because the only bill that doesn't have the Queen, like the 5 and that is different, but like That's that's a prime minister. So all we need is sparkle socks, and
Yeah.
he would.
But a lot of your coinage is got the queen on it too, as well.
Yeah.
So
So I'm trying to find you like uncirculated bills, Jesse. But they're next to impossible. So you may end up with circulated bills, but I've been trying.
well, I prefer
So-
you keep the bills. Just give me the currency.
No, you're getting the bills. I'm keeping the currency.
No. Oh.
Yeah.
Paul has a question.
No. We don't.
Is
Isn't
No, it's-
Quebec French like the?
No, it's totally different.
I was gonna say they're more the France French as well, are they not?
I would think so. Yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
it's
I'll let you know.
Louisiana
Yeah.
is redneck French. Coon ass.
Well, if it's redneck French, then I should be able to talk to them.
You probably could, yeah. But it's not the proper.
I think the big difference is here in Quebec, they say, oh boy. Anytime something happens. Down in Louisiana, I think it's like, aye.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's if they grab a gator or their wife, either one. Hey!
Yeah, they don't like that.
Oh, gracious.
So what's the weather like over there in French Quebec?
The which?
The weather.
Not too bad today. We're almost at 0 degrees Celsius, so we're just below freezing right now. So,
And are y'all still have dust, snow on the ground?
oh yeah, we've got. Let me see. Actually, I should be able to do this.
Oh, I saw a window there. There you go. Holy moly!
But he's at a lot higher elevation than what I am.
Yeah, elevation wise, yeah.
So like his trees look like what mine did yesterday whenever I was talking to you, Jesse.
Yeah.
Now my trees look like trees. And like I said, it's 42 here now, so it's +6, +7.
And I have nothing against the snow. I think snow is beautiful, and it probably is beautiful for about the first month.
I
And after
love
that,
the
you get
snow.
then you get tired of walking through it, and
Yeah.
sludging through it, and then all the mud it makes when the sun comes out. And I can
It's
just
the
imagine-
cold that I don't like. So when I was in Ontario and it was like below freezing and we had no snow, what do? You can't garden because everything's frozen. You can't cross country ski. You can't snowshoe. You can't snowmobile because everything's frozen, but there's no snow to do anything on.
Right.
Yeah.
So-
No, actually, before you got in, Darren, I was telling them about the Skidoo system, like the trail system.
Oh, it's
How
crazy
much
here.
how much Quebec actually spends on their, but they also bring in billions of dollars in
I think
tourism.
Alberta pays for it.
Well, yes, Alberta pays for it, but shh, don't tell somebody from Alberta, but it's
But yeah, we
But
find a lot of people from Ontario and the East Coast going through. It's pretty wild because you can get from like
should probably
I'd say one side of the province to the other, no problem on skidoo trails.
Yeah.
Especially where we are, in winter middle of winter on those bad snowy days, you'll see skidoos filling the parking lots rather than cars and trucks.
Yeah, especially bars,
Yeah.
gas stations.
Yep.
Oh, and Kyle, whenever you get back in, we got to give her one set of meds. Just let me know whenever you're back in. I'll get them for her. Yeah, like it's unbelievable. Like we can cross over here, and we're on the main trail that goes straight through to New Brunswick, and it's honestly, I've seen roads in worse condition than what their skidoo trails are. Like, it's just crazy.
And the Skidoos,
Oh, and there's Cheryl.
are the Skidoos running on diesel or they run on gasoline?
Gas.
Gas.
Yeah.
Gasoline.
High test.
Okay.
Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Any of your big Skidoos now, they all are 100% high test.
Yeah, so they're probably like motorcycles. They get a lot of miles for a little bit of per gallon.
Well, they don't have that big of tanks either, you know?
Well, neither do motorcycles, but I'm saying you can go, 100 miles on a tank of gas,
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. But
most of the Skidoos too here you'll see are the touring ones, the big expedition ones, and a lot of them they'll carry extra gas on them too. So
yeah.
It's snowing here again. Well, keep it, Raquel.
Now, Darren, do you have like a not an ATV, but like a side by side there on your property that you use?
no, we kinda. So we don't have a side by side. We have we don't have it, but Bridget's sister has an ATV, 4-wheeler, as well as a snowmobile. So she lives right next door to us, so we're able to borrow those when we need them.
Okay.
And then her ex has 2 old snowmobiles, so he stores them here for the winter, and he goes out with the boys on the
The
trails.
reason I ask that is because I'm wondering if you do use an ATV around the ranch or around the place there, do you switch it over to put tracks on it for the snowy months?
We probably would if we had one. We've been looking at trying to get one, but it's just not feasible right now.
Yeah.
It would be nice because then we could go across the road to the river and go fishing in the summer, that kind of stuff. It'd be easy moving some stuff around too, rather than using the tractor all the time.
Right.
And the interesting thing though is here with the snowmobile trails, there's also off-road trails in the winter. So not only can you take your snowmobile on a trail, but your ATV and side by side with tires will have no problem getting around. So if I had tires on mine here, if I was able to make it out to the trail out the back, then I could go into town on the trail.
Well, but then
I'd have to groom the trail out to that trail first.
Right, but then you'd have to use something like snow tires or some kind of snow chains or something, because it probably wouldn't be as easy to get around, right?
Oh, no. We're on the side-by-sides or ATVs, just normal tires. Yeah. Yeah. But I would probably put tracks on it, though, if I had one. Our neighbor puts tracks on his, and he uses it to plow his driveway.
Right. Oh, there's Hank.
Say hi. Say hi, guys.
He's growing big time.
His
bigger and bigger.
His legs, like he's just.
Yeah, but that's the type of breed he is. He got to have long legs.
Oh yeah, like his legs are just keep growing and growing and growing, and it's like, dude, when are you going to let your body catch up? Like sitting here, you can see that. Oh, cause building snowmen on your car, Kenzie.
Was he?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't miss that.
No, he's. Oh, now he's got a whole bunch of arsenal of snowballs.
Did you guys see that one about the snowman on the tree trunk? I was scrolling through Facebook and then hit something to go back and it was gone. But apparently someone built a snowman kind of on top of one of their old tree trunks, tree stumps.
Oh,
so they cut the tree down and then whatever, they put the snowman on it to use it to build the snowman. And then someone tried to run it over. Hits the tree trunk or the tree stump with their vehicle. I didn't get any details about where it was or if it was a truck or car or something, but probably some kids wanted to smash it and ended up getting smashed.
I bet you they don't do that again.
Did you see the one? It happened about 4 or 5 years ago. It actually was up near your mom and dad's cottage. They this person went to go around a corner, lost control, and ended up with his skidoo stuck in a tree.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't know if I still have a picture. If I do, I'll send it to you.
oh.
But it was in between Round Lake and Golden Lake.
Yeah.
And I was
We
like,
had one here last year, the year before.
that
We're kind of at the top of a hill, and if you're going into town, you turn out of our driveway, and it just all of a sudden there's like a big drop going down the hill. Well, someone was coming up the hill, I think, from what I understand, but I was going out the driveway to go into town, and all I see is like the bottom of the vehicle and the tires at the end of my driveway. I was like, what is going on? And then I realized that they must have come up the hill, started sliding, hit the snowbank, flipped over. But yeah.
So Darren, tell me about your video here, your compost video. How's it going? That's gotta be the best video. That's gonna be video of the year. I laughed my ass off, and it was so funny.
Oh man,
he's still picking slivers out of his ass.
No, I'm all healed up from that, but I was dying laughing at it because I was like, I got all excited too. I was like, sometimes I plan out my videos, sometimes I don't, and I was about partway through planning, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go do this now because there's no rain, there's no snow. Sun's out. It's perfect. So I went running out and
get a drink.
It didn't go as well. It went as well as I thought it would, the whole situation. But then when the board broke and I fell in,
she probably can't get it if it's that close to the wall.
So in all truth, the board breaking was not scripted.
No.
That was actually really, it happened. You didn't try to make it happen. It just happened, right?
No. And so what's happened, what it is like our compost pile is just out here, and we use the edge cuts. Like, so when we milled a whole bunch of wood, we use those edges to go around the compost. And then at the front, we've got 3 of them. So it's a perfect height to sit on. But the problem, again, with those edges is they're rounded with that flat edge. Mm-hmm. So the top's all pointy. So I go to sit down to do the video, and I sit on it, and it's like, no, I can't sit here. It's too sharp. It's just not working. So I grabbed another one that we have off the top, and it was there just to brace the sides. And I set it down, and I'm figuring this will work as a seat. So I pushed it through the hole in the pallet on one side, but the pallet on the side where I was sitting didn't have a hole. So I kind of just set it on the edge of that other edge. So the one edge is coming across, and I kind of take that side and just sort of overlap it a bit.
Soften the edge.
Enough that I know I'm going to be able to sit there. And I figured I'm holding on to the side of the compost anyway, so it'll be all good. But as soon as I took my arm off, that's when I realized that
all the weight,
all the weight was on everything, and it just back I go.
So, folks, if you have not seen that video, you got to go back and watch this bloopers video. It's not probably 1 or 2 videos back. It's awesome. It was funny from the beginning to the end. You got to watch it from the beginning because he kind of builds it up. It's a story, if you will. And
you got to watch the end. Most people, I don't think, have seen the entire thing. Judging by the analytics, they've watched the start, but not the end where I actually fall in.
Yes. It was one of your best videos of the year.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, it was a good one.
Jeez Louise. But I know it had to hurt because I'm thinking, I heard the crack. I had very clear on the video where it went. Oh no.
Yeah. It was And at first I was laying there and I didn't realize how to get up because my legs were up in the air over top of the edges.
Yeah, you're like this. And then about a second later, you're like this. Your legs are this way.
And it was like, you can't kind of push yourself up. And I was trying to roll over and I was just,
And you're lucky, you probably just thrown some fresh stuff in there, right?
No, actually, thankfully, we haven't used it in a while. So we've been taking all the compost out to the chickens and just giving it directly to the chickens rather than throwing it in the compost pile. So it was kind of hard and frozen, but there was a bunch of snow. So I got snow down my underwear and up my shirt. And yeah.
But see, when you first looked at it, remember you had that visual right there at the first beginning of it. Nobody's looking to see if your pants are up or down. I'm just thinking you're sitting down on a block of wood. I'm not looking to see if your pants are down. You know, who does that? So I'm thinking you're just sitting there having a conversation with the camera, blah, blah, blah. And then the video goes on. It wasn't until the end of the video when you realize, oh, wait a minute, this guy's sitting there like he's sitting on a toilet.
Yeah. And what I realized too with that video is I did not get as much sun this summer as I thought I did.
Oh yeah.
She figured it out before. Come on.
Oh well. That's a personal problem.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just. What's the name? What's the name of that one? I'm just trying to find it here. Homestead humor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I
So
thought.
I was gonna try and, like I say in the video, I was trying to make a video that makes fun of myself as well as my friends and a lot of other homesteaders. And one of the things I was trying to pick out was like all the ones who do kind of those sexy homestead videos where their butts and whatever else is right in the camera. So I tried to do myself coming out of the hot tub, and I did a couple hot tub scenes as well, but I left them out of that video. It was just a little too racy for me to do.
Without
Wow, that's saying a lot.
Yeah, I was like, should I? No, I just, yeah.
If you're questioning it, we're in trouble.
Well, as far as especially coming from Darren. If Darren's questioning it, you know it's
You know it's bad.
wow.
Yeah.
Good job, Mama.
Now I know you do your own videos, but does she preview before you post?
No. So
She probably was just as surprised by it as everybody else was.
oh, she was dying. She was dying when I showed her it. And, you know, I get her opinion sometimes on a lot of stuff. Like, you know, does this look okay? Is this? And she's like, yeah, I'll always, because like she's always so supportive and always, you know, there for me for doing this. So, yeah. But she does her weaving and her stuff, and I kind of do the videos.
So I just put up Darren's link to that video.
It's for Haven. Well, I guess she could have been Heaven.
Yeah.
Betsy.
I meant as a past tense. That's why I added the S. Probably too high.
Do you drink, Mama?
So I guess Bridgette's working right now.
Yeah, she's got.
Put it
She
on
had
the
to
Pepsi
work
case.
They're not
yesterday
off
and today, and then she goes back after New Year's too. So
right.
myself, I got 2 weeks off. So basically from Christmas till, well, I start work again technically on the 9th, but I've got clients coming in on the 8th. So I got to start working then. So.
All right. Are you doing any more traveling to the United States? Or are you staying up there?
I might be coming down in January, but I heard that you are still not allowing some people to fly down to the States. So I'll have to see how that goes.
They're not even allowed to ask you anymore. They can ask you, but you can answer whatever you want.
Really? Okay.
I'm asked every time I go into the U.S. I tell them, "Yep,
Okay.
I am."
Yep.
But they've never asked me for my credentials.
I figure I'll say yes. And then if they ask, I'm like, oh, I deleted that app because I never used it now in Canada. So
Yeah.
We don't need it. Yeah, we don't need it for Canada anymore.
yeah,
So
I don't think there's a requirement anymore.
no.
But, yeah, they'll probably ask.
Yeah.
like even to fly though, I watch quite a few travel channels,
Okay.
and they have not had to show credentials for 6 months.
Oh wow. Okay. Nice.
And I'm like I say, I'll let you know
Yeah.
in 3 weeks.
Yeah. So in January, I'll be running down around Vegas with a bunch of other Canadians in our shorts and short sleeves.
Yeah.
You'll know us Canucks because, we'll be
it'll
like, yeah, the weather is awesome.
Yeah.
And everyone local will be like,
It'll be 55 in Nevada, and y'all are walking around in shorts, and everybody's wearing a parka.
yeah, exactly.
Exactly. I've delivered in Georgia, Florida, Texas. Everybody's wearing parkas, and I'm in a t-shirt and shorts
Yep.
with the air conditioning going in the truck.
Yeah. I usually pack my flip-flops too for going down. It's like, yeah.
I just bought a new pair of Jesus shoes.
Jesus shoes.
They should so they're like sandals, but they have the strap around the heel as well.
So like Crocs with the safety strap?
Well, they're not Crocs. They're
sandals.
they're
All right. So
they're sandals, but
have you reached that age though now that you're wearing
I will not be
with
wearing socks with my sandals.
This boy would if I was in Canada. It'd definitely have socks on mine. Trust me.
But he's 11 years older than me, so it's okay.
Yeah. You can laugh all you want because I'm definitely gonna wear my socks. In fact, I might even put socks on top of my socks.
My circulation, Darren, is still all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, gracious.
Yeah, Nike Air Nazareth.
No, she's actually going to spill the water. Back in a sec.
Yeah, Birkenstocks was so Birkenstocks are actually really good, Don. Lisa turned me on to those years and years ago. I think they're made in Germany. Yeah, they're German made, if you will, Crocs. They're German made Crocs. But they're leather. They're mainly leather. And but
They're supposed to be really comfortable though, eh?
oh yeah, they're real comfortable.
Yeah.
In fact,
Nice.
when I was in school, Darren, this is in before the 80s, right? Late 70s, early 80s. They had a company down here in Houston called Titties, Tiddies, Titties,
Okay.
and their shoes were like memory foam. The sandals were like memory, and you can find them on Amazon. They're called Titties. So if you had a pair of Titties, you because they were expensive back then. So back then in the 70s, a pair of Titties run you $50 or more, and in the 70s that was a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, they still make them. Those are very comfortable, and the straps were like rubber hose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you can imagine what they're like, but Tiddies, Titties. That's DD. TID. The guy, he made a fortune not using that name,
I was gonna say $50 is kind of cheap for that nowadays, isn't it?
That's cheap for now. No, I don't now. Probably more than that now, but as a high schooler, a guy in high school, $50 was a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man.
But probably Senior Brown, if she's still here, she'd probably look them up for us. They're I don't know who owns them now, but there was a guy. I think it was owned by a guy in Houston at first, and they went. I mean, they went berserk. They had the swimsuit, and they had the men's shorts, swim shorts.
Oh, the flip flops are
Huh.
thongs.
Yeah, you know how flip flop they call them thongs.
Yeah.
They're a glorified thong
Okay.
for your feet. Yeah, so your feet are wearing thongs.
Yeah. Nice.
But,
So Jesse, we were actually gonna send you down a toque, but realized it might be a little warm for you for a toque. So we're working on another little care package for you.
oh
to
no!
send down.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like that.
We're still working our way through the jams, and we're on the prickly pear jam right now.
But what you think so far are the ones you've had?
So far so good. However, we're having trouble getting through the prickly pear jam.
Prickly pear.
So
It's
Bri- Bridget was like, "It smells like trout." I'm like, "What?" And then I started smelling. And I'm like, wait a minute. I don't know if I can eat this now. It's like, but yeah, it's different.
It's actually that fruit that's on the prickly pear, right? The
Yeah.
pad, you know, the cactus pad. It's a little red fruit, and it's different, but it's really good. I mean, we think it's good.
It's funny. The only two that doesn't overly get consumed here is the prickly pear and the watermelon.
Watermelon don't get. Oh my goodness!
We haven't opened the watermelon yet, so we're
So,
still working on.
I heard somebody say on one of the lives, actually Jesse and Lisa weren't even there, but they put it on their ice cream, and they loved it on their ice cream, and they ate their prickly pear on their ice cream as well.
Well, and also you can put it on your cereal. If you eat fresh fruit, you can put it on cereal. If you like fresh fruit with your
I would think in like a yogurt or something like that, eh?
Or
like a plain yogurt with.
You can add it to your oatmeal. But why you just mine just on regular toast?
Okay.
On a bagel or on an English muffin.
Yeah, I've been like, I'll usually do toast with some butter, peanut butter, and then the jam on top. So
yeah. But the watermelon, that tastes just like watermelon. I don't know why you wouldn't. To us,
but it doesn't. Like I said before, it doesn't taste like the watermelon that we get here.
Yeah. Are yours round and green, kind of?
Our watermelons are deep color, like deep pink color inside, very sweet.
Yeah. And so are ours. Deep. Depends on part. It also depends on what part of the season you get them from.
That's true.
Is there any chance a hole in the top with a vodka bottle sticking out of it?
Yep, but she could probably make some of that too. In fact, we're going to be trying some of this into the month.
What's that? Oh, okay, yeah.
Amaretto and
it's Italian liqueur. It's called Di Serono.
Yep.
Now, I'm not advocating drinking. I'm just saying this is what we're going to try.
I do.
It's on yeah. YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, TikTok. There's a thing going around on TikTok where you add this to some Corona and it's supposed to taste like Dr. Pepper.
Weird.
Yeah, we're gonna see about that.
Yeah.
I'm
a big fan of Dr. Pepper too.
We're gonna fact check it. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna fact check that little
nice.
Nice. It's unopened, see. So, and I bought the smallest bottle I can find. Is 200 milliliters.
So the other thing I'd suggest besides the prickly pear jam on ice cream is scotch and black pepper. So if you take some vanilla ice cream,
all right,
you drizzle it just slightly with the scotch and then ground some pepper on it. Yes.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Well, then.
Yeah. And it's really good with an Isla scotch. So the smoky, dead fish, peat. My favorite.
My ice cream tastes like dead fish.
Oh, yeah.
Put some more pepper on it.
It's like when I try Highland scotches. It's like, it's a little too floral. I need some more dead fish in this. What's that?
Does it have to be a certain flavor ice cream though, or it can only be like vanilla, or does it can be butter pecan? What? Because I'm sure it would taste.
I've only tried it on vanilla ice cream.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to try it on pecan with pepper.
Chocolate chip mint, or
probably not. I think just vanilla
crunch. You know,
you can experiment if you want. Like, there's no patent on it, so you can go nuts. But I'd suggest vanilla.
Yeah, that.
Well, butter pecan has nuts in it, so yeah. So we'd be going nuts.
You are a little nutty.
Yep. So yeah, but butter pecan is probably one of my favorite besides chocolate chip mint.
I do like myself a nice butter pecan.
Oh, my butter pecan ice cream is amazing. And here the thing is, you can pour. I don't have it with me, but you can put some of that vanilla on top of your ice cream. You can put it in your coffee. You can put it in your Coke. It's just so many things you can put in vanilla, but ice cream is one of the best.
Yeah. For
Mm.
me, the chocolate chip cookie dough. That's like the best ice cream.
Mm.
Well,
Besides vanilla. I'm kind of like,
why don't you just have the cookie dough?
the which?
Why don't you just eat the cookie dough? Because that's just as good.
Well, I do that too.
So Beth said that pepper is good on pecans.
Oh, so I would say try that on your butter pecan
I
ice
bet
cream.
you probably would be good.
Yeah.
Using that woodsy scotch.
Yeah.
Smoked.
Yeah.
Because
Remember, it's got to be smoked peat and dead fish.
yeah, smoked meat and dead fish. Well, I mean, because Scotch on its own, Scotch on its own is kind of an acquired taste. You have to
Absolutely.
Depending on what you're drinking, yeah.
Yeah.
For anyone who's starting to get into Scotch, I'd say try Glenmorangie or Auchentoshan right off the bat. Those will get you going into Scotch, and then to expand
a good 12-year Glen Rivet.
Yeah.
Nice 12. That's a good starter.
The Auchentoshan is
and
a
it's
nice,
not gonna break your bank the first
No.
bottle you buy.
That's the same as like the Auchentoshan. The
But
Glenmorangie is a bit more, but
Wouldn't that be a little bit dangerous though, Darren, to ask somebody to start off with one of those? It'd be like asking a person who drinks wine, start off with a little bit of Moscato or
mezcal.
Moscato or what's the other one? The Rieslings, one of those sweet wines, right? Because once you start them on the sweet wines, they won't go to the reds and whites. It's like they get hooked.
The problem is if you if someone's getting started on Scotch and you suddenly throw them into like an Ardbeg or Lafroig or Lagavulin or something like that, sometimes you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's just there's too much smoke, peat, and dead fish, and they turn off. Whereas if you get started with like the Glenmorangie, which has more of an orangey flavor,
right,
then
it has a little bit. It's a less punch. It's less of a punch than it is if you just drink straight Scotch.
Yeah,
because you have the flavor of the orange or the flavor of whatever.
Yeah,
it's like vodkas. Vodkas, you come in so many rums come in so many different flavors.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I remember when there was just rum. It was just
and now here we've got tons.
Yes,
they're doing one that's a root beer rum.
Look at the tequila.
It's awesome.
Yeah. So actually, whenever Kyle and I went just before Christmas, because I like to have a few different types of alcohol in case people stop by, I buy once a year, and that's around Christmas. Well, it was like I went down the rum aisle, and I don't even know, like, Bacardi's white. Like, that used to be the go-to for everything. Right. Now it's an entire shelf and a half of spice this and spice that and mix with
amber,
this. And
you got your dark, you got your spiced,
yeah,
you got your root beer rum now. You've got we've got one here called Chic Shock, which is spiced, but it's like natural. They use natural spices and herbs from Quebec.
Okay.
So it's like really good.
Well, look at moonshine. Moonshine used to be just one flavor. Moonshine, clear.
Well,
and now you get every kind of flavor moonshine there is on the market, depending
on whether it's real moonshine or not.
Oh, well, here we go. Here we go.
We're talking.
I'm still waiting on that real.
Retail. We're talking retail purchase.
Okay. All right.
Retail purchase moonshine.
All right.
Whether it's real moonshine or not. I would say that you went from clear to now there's like 15 different flavors.
Oh, in the store, it's like they've got like moonshine, everything on the store shelf now.
And that's the problem. You don't know what is good, what it's not. But I do, if you're going to go with a moonshine, make sure it's like beer, IPA. You know, make sure it's like home
all right,
brewed.
Thanks. I'm see ya. I'm done. You just like,
What?
you said IPA.
Okay, what is it? I don't drink beer.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like saying IPA is the best. I'm like, all right, hold on.
No,
there.
Scott's not a beer drinker.
No. I don't. No. Red wine and rye.
I'm not a big IPA fan. I'm like,
Oh, neither do I, because it like you drink it and it's still left in the back of your mouth. Like, no thanks.
no.
You see, because this is I know this is a over the counter.
Okay.
This is moonshine made by Mark and Digger.
Oh, that's their real stuff. Okay.
But it's only 80 proof, 40% by volume.
Okay.
But it's clear. I mean, that's what moonshine was originally made for, right? Just clear.
Yeah.
Now you can buy this same one in strawberry, orange,
All that they're doing is just mashing it in a little different.
You can get the blueberry. I mean, it's just amazing how many flavors. Well, the Scotch is no different. I remember when Scotch was just Scotch, and now
Do they have maple moonshine?
I'm sure they do. I'm sure
If they do, we should talk.
But what's on the market now that would probably introduce that stuff called sipping cream. The maple sipping cream.
Okay.
How many do you want to see? I've got 3 of them in my fridge right now.
Which brand do you have? Which one is it? You remember?
There's up here we've got Creux de Bois, which is
What did
the
you say?
Creux de Bois.
Well,
So
thank
it's-
you. I don't speak French, but I know you're cussing me out, Darren.
Yeah.
Now,
So it's
this is the one of the biggest ones that they sell.
so that is the Ontario English version of Creux de Bois.
Okay.
So it's a maple Bailey's, basically.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
And then Bailey's makes a maple now.
Yeah.
And
I bet you that a little bit of that would go good on some ice cream.
Oh yeah.
oh, buddy, you have no idea. This goes
A
good
little
on
bit.
pancakes.
It goes good on everything.
This is what I was talking about, Darren.
Oh, nice.
Sipping.
Okay.
Okay, so what you're probably calling sipping cream is the stuff that we have. That's the moonshiny kind of.
Yeah.
That would be the sipping cream.
Okay. Yeah.
Like they do have butter pecan. They have cherry,
They've got
blueberry.
everything. Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is kind of like a liqueur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Velvety cream, butter. And it's also churned with pecans, roasted.
Okay.
And
Molly, go lay in your bed.
made in the
So
Appalachian.
the other one that's good that we have up here too is Wayne Gretzky's. He makes a good cream as well.
What's that?
The Wayne Gretzky one.
the hockey player.
I've never tried that.
It is yummy as well.
It's
So
worth it?
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of his wines or anything like that, but the maple cream that he has, yeah, definitely worth it.
Okay. I will have to this is our go-to for the Sugar Shack.
Yeah.
We usually have about 6 of these sitting in snow at the Sugar Shack.
We buy them by the case at the office. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Right now it's booking season, so we have about, I want to say there's at least 6 cases in my boss's office. So it's yeah. Yeah, and the funny thing is she doesn't drink. So that's where the alcohol stays, so we know it won't be consumed without us.
Nice.
Caveat. There you go. I got
Yeah. But it's like, I think we go through one of those a week easy at the office. So
A case.
So
probably a bottle.
How many
Okay.
people are in your office?
Not that many, but I mean,
Rob and I can do this in an afternoon.
So,
oh yeah, it's like
I'm out
Because
there.
one tastes like two and two tastes like
Yeah.
three.
you have one coffee with one, and now you're going back for another coffee with more.
Yep.
Yeah. And then when we have clients in, well, it's just
We have a major chain here in Houston. Well, it's probably all over the place, but it's called Total Wine.
okay.
I'm in there looking for whiskey, and I find this right here. It says Texas Crown. So I'm thinking, wait a minute, they have
Texas Crown.
Crown like Canadian Crown, right?
Yeah.
So it's called Texas Crown, and I'm thinking, well, so they got, and this is for all the people in the chat who, if you buy liquor, remember this. You don't remember anything else, remember this: big print giveth, little print taketh away. All right, that's all I'm going to say. Big print giveth, right there, and the little print taketh away. So if you read the bottom of it, what is it there? Product of Canada.
yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
I got liquored again.
Now,
Yeah, and it even came in a Texas flag bag. So you're thinking,
Oh wow,
it's a product of Texas.
that's your Texas Canadian Crown.
Right.
Well, it's the same as any other product, right? It was made somewhere else, but it was assembled in Texas.
Yeah.
Well, that's it.
Here was the Texas assembly right there.
It was added to the bottle in Texas.
There you go.
That flag probably came from Mexico.
Yeah. By golly. So remember that, folks.
So-
Big print give us, little print take us away.
That's right. So do you guys have this, Darren?
Oh yeah, that one's a good one too.
I used to
The
drink
cream.
Crown until I tasted this.
No.
They're sipping cream.
Okay, yeah, the cream in that.
Try
is
it.
good. We
Yeah.
can't. I can't get that now here in Quebec. So basically, all they sell
Really?
is the Crown. Yeah. There's so many things that I used to buy in Ontario that I can't get now here, and then there's
Wow.
things I can get here that I could never get in Ontario. So it's
Wow.
Yeah. Actually, New Brunswick, I've actually seen a couple bars now carrying that in New Brunswick.
okay.
Whenever we
Nice.
go down, the ones in Miramichi,
Yep.
they carry. And the one that Remy and I had dinner at, they had 40 Creek as well.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
We do, or I do. I love doing Vespa martinis. So if anyone's a James Bond fan, in Casino Royale, he does a Vespa martini. And I've been making Vespa martinis like he makes ever since I saw that. And I love them. So the one thing that's hard to get, though, for that is the Quina Lillet. So in Ontario, you can order Lillet into the LCBO. In
Okay.
Quebec here, they don't sell Lillet. So, but
Well, they
what I
home
did-
ship now.
what I did find is you can go in and they do have a Quebec made limoncello that is kind of close, but not really. But it's a good substitute for that.
It'll do in a pinch, kind of.
Exactly. So yeah.
What about? I'm trying to think. I can always order it here and ship it by bus.
Oh, I whenever I do a run to my parents,
There you go.
I do a tour of Prince Edward County. So then we usually pick up a couple cases at Sandbanks and we drop in some other wineries and we hit the LCBO and we stock up and we bring it back here. So
All right.
Is that one of the biggest chain places there, liquor chains?
It's our only one.
LCBO is the only one in, and it's the same here as the SAQ in Quebec.
Yeah.
So it's the exact same thing. So you can only
It's a-
buy the hard liquor there.
It's a liquor control board of
Yeah.
Canada. And
Commies.
Well, that's beside the point. But yeah, I hear.
that's
I
the
hear.
other channel, Darren.
Yeah. That's the pure maple syrup channel.
Yeah.
Did I talk about tax as well before? I think I did, didn't I? Yeah.
What do you mean? You live in Canada. You love to pay tax.
Yeah.
Control me more, Daddy.
Like your sales tax. What's your sales tax at right now? 15%?
We're either 15 or 16%.
Yeah, they're 16. We're 15.
Yeah.
We're like 8.25 here in Texas.
And they're warm weather.
Bragging. I'm not
Yeah.
bragging. We should be paying nothing, but that's
Yeah.
Oregon. They don't pay any sales tax, but they
Yeah, it's like Alberta never used to pay sales tax until
Last year.
we'll say commie government took over and screwed their budget, and yeah, now they have to pay sales tax.
They used to give so much of their revenue away to the rest of the country, and they still paid zero sales tax.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
let's just say that the people that are orange got in and they blew all their reserves. Anyways, we could go on and on and on,
but
now they're financially in trouble.
So speaking of which, I'm empty, and I should show you one of the new gins we have here in Quebec.
Well, take us for a drive.
Okay. If you'll excuse me for a minute, I will go get a refill, and I will bring you back a couple little show and tells.
Okay.
Show and tell is always good.
All right.
We'll be here.
So Darren also has Highlands.
Yeah, he has.
Yes. But his is 100% Highland. He doesn't cross like we do.
Well, his are true Highlands because he's way up higher than y'all are in elevation.
Oh, I know. He's actually about 3,000 feet higher than what we are.
Oh, really? That much?
Like
higher?
he's quite up there in the hills of Quebec. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever he says he's in redneck country, he's in redneck country. So civilization's here. Go an extra hour past it. That's where you'll find Darren and Brigitte.
Yeah. Yeah, he's in the country. I know that. He's as redneck as they get him.
Yeah, but he grew up in Ontario, not that far from here.
Well, that doesn't mean nothing because I mean, once you get out in the country,
Hank,
your life is
get out of there.
What you are living in a city.
Hank, come here. Come here, you troublemaking furry little monster.
Scott, so Marie from our Okie homestead says, "Who was that pretty lady, Scott?"
Who's that pretty lady? That's my oldest.
Mackenzie, right?
Yep.
Sorry, guys. It's like what not to do on a live. Leave.
We kept it going.
Awesome. So as I was saying, here is a limoncello, but it's made in Quebec.
Hang on. I'm going to make it bigger.
Okay.
Ooh.
You know,
so what?
I think you got the wrong bottle because that one's almost empty. You must.
Yeah, I know. Eh?
So is that 25% by volume?
28.
Wow.
Yeah. So this one's
that'll pick
really
you up
good.
and give you a kick.
Yeah. Yeah. Made here in Quebec. So this one here, I'm not too keen on, but I don't mind it.
Leo.
Yeah. So
That looks like sparkle socks.
No, actually, I was like, it looks like a communist label. I was like, So we send out bottles of stuff from Quebec out to our clients. So our good clients, we send them out like a little care package at Christmas. We send a bunch of stuff like Coeur de Bois and that sort of stuff at Christmas. So this year we had one of the sales meetings, and one of my other coworkers, one of the other reps, brought in a whole bunch of alcohol. So we're at the sales meeting and we're taste testing everything. And we're like, yeah, this one good. This one's not good. Yeah, we'll send this one. We won't send this one. So I saw this one and I was like, that looks like a communist label. Well, Leo is a Canadian World War II hero. World War II or World War I hero. I gotta read up.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it?
Pretty sure it was World War II. So
Darren playing a little trombone there.
So what this is I don't know if you can, I don't know, it might not focus.
Yeah, it's not focusing.
No.
Oh,
there it is.
There you go.
Alcohol by volume.
A German.
So you see up here?
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, do you remember in World War II, there's a story of the one guy who went in and liberated a town by himself?
Yep.
And made all those Germans surrender?
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that was him.
Well, I wonder if I can you send me the details? Because I would like to have a bottle of that just sitting in my
Yeah, man. I'll
shelf.
Get you hooked up. We got some at the office, so.
Wow.
And we can get more. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he was the one that, he was by himself and he started firing off all his machine guns that he had and running around like a wild man, shooting all the guns and everything. And then the Germans basically thought they were surrounded. So they surrendered and it was him by himself.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Canadians.
Yeah.
Hey, call us crazy.
Yep.
And so what kind of liquor is that? Is that a liqueur? Is that
no, it is a gin, but
gin.
it is a maple gin.
Because it looks like kind of brown.
So to me, it was like it. When I drink gin, I expect that evergreen kind of thing.
The woodsy kind of.
Exactly. Just throw maple in it. It's kind of like weird. So it's taken me a bit to get used to it. There were some others that we tried that I liked a lot more.
Right. Now, do you drink it on the rocks or do you drink it mixed in something else?
This one I'm mixing. This one I actually mixed with the limoncello and vodka.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. And then threw a lot of ice in there to kind of.
I was going to say a whole lot of ice.
But yeah, so that's like the 28% limoncello, 23% gin, and then I think the vodka is like 45%.
Yeah, you're well over 100 per mouthful.
Yeah. But I'm on holidays, so it's like, but I told myself I'm going to stop drinking as much this year. I said as much instead of stop completely, because if I say stop completely, then it's a little harder than as much. So,
yeah. And let's face it, some Thursday night lives.
Thursday night.
Not only the Thursday night live, but like when I get on some other people's lives and I'm drinking, it's like I look back and I'm like, oh.
I remember a few Saturday nights you popping up.
I should not have gone up. So to me, it's like I really need to, work on that. Yeah.
Heather Hopper said, I love me some gin. Well, Heather, and again, I went, what does mom make at Christmas, guys? What Singapore slings.
Okay.
Ooh, those are good. I had those in the military.
So Debbie makes an amazing Singapore sling.
Wow.
So I went and bought gin for her, and again, Colin and I stepped into the aisle and it's like, what the hell do I buy? Because there's like 2 aisles full of gin and every single thing after it.
And there's so many different. there's so many little boutique ones popping up now, especially here in Quebec.
Yep.
I haven't noticed it as much in Ontario.
It's
but-
regulated more, I think.
And even in BC, it's a bit more regulated too. Because the last time I was out, I was like, do you have anything local from any distilleries or anything that we should try? And they're like, what? No, not really. I'm like, okay, because, well, all right, well, fine. But
Why support local?
yeah, but yeah, in Quebec, there's really this huge uptake in
Well, and
a lot
that's
of,
what we are with that.
boutique stuff.
Those beer places, the IPAs, like every second place is popping up an IPA.
Yeah.
And it's like, I've tried a few and I don't know how folks drink it.
I can't.
Well,
drink
I'm not a
IPAs,
beer
so-
drinker to start with, but
Right.
like the aftertaste is
If you're not a
horrible.
beer drinker and you start drinking IPAs, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
like I don't mind beer, but for me, I drink stout, so it's got.
So you like to chew your
Yeah,
No.
I like to have my breakfast in a can kind of thing.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, like anything dark, like a Guinness and I was never a fan of that before. Like when I was growing up, I was always drinking like Bud or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, craft beer. Might as well start trying some craft beer. And then it was like, oh, I really like the stouts, the porters, those darker ones, the amber. Yeah.
Take care, Paul.
Yeah.
And happy New Year,
Happy
buddy.
New Year.
And speaking of BC, g'day, Marshall.
Marshall, hope you're doing well.
I hope to do a mail call today, maybe live. All right. Well, let us know if you're going to do a mail call because I'm sitting at 3 hours, so I can pop off at any time. We're just chit-chatting. But yeah, no, I find that they're, especially IPA, like every little town around us has at least two.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Calabogie, I think there's like three. And I'm like,
one of my good buddies is like a craft beer fanatic and he loves the IPAs and I'm like, so last time I was out there, he's like, here, try this IPA. And I'm like, bleh, bleh. Like,
yep.
bleh. Like, no, come on. Seriously, you can't really like this, can you? Yeah, this is great. This is one of my favorites so far. Like,
exactly. Like
the thing going around now is like my son's he's 24 years old, but they're into this seltzer beer. Seltzer is a seltzer drink out there now that I don't know. It's just
the apple and peach and
it's all kind of flavors, but it's just it's seltzer based, like seltzer water. And I don't know. I can't get into it. Now,
it's funny because I remember my dad drinking what he would call twist shandies.
Yes.
When we were young and like summer sitting around the pool, and he would always call these things a twist shandy, and it was I want to say it was like ginger ale and beer or something like that, or Sprite and beer or something like that. So it was like
ginger ale and beer, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, yeah.
Or you can drink the Serrano and beer and get you Dr. Pepper. We're gonna debunk that here, or check it.
I'm gonna have to check that out too.
No, but I was gonna tell you about the Singapore Sling. So I got turned on to those when I was in the military over in Germany. Boy, let me tell you about the Singapore Sling. You can sit down and drink about a case of that stuff all night long. You can drink those Singapore Slings, but as soon as you stand up and start walking, pow! It hits. You feel like you just got moved into next week. That's how strong it is. You don't feel it while you're drinking it.
No, it tastes like water.
I've had that with some.
And I don't know if it's the grenadine in it or what, but it's just smooth as can be.
Yeah.
And then it hits you from behind like a freight truck.
Yeah.
Bam. And,
yeah.
But they were so good. Oh, it started
we used
here.
I think the last time I had that happen to me, I was in Vegas and I was drinking, I want to say it was called Screwball or something else, but it was
Ooh.
a peanut butter whiskey. And
Really?
it was so yummy. And I was like, yeah,
You
I'll
sure
take
what-
another of these. Yeah, I'll take another of these.
You sure it wasn't a screwdriver?
Yeah.
No,
Maybe
no. Screwball. It was like peanut butter whiskey.
Oh,
Bye,
It,
Eve.
it might have been something else. There's another one called, I want to say it's monkey nuts or something like that.
well, you can have
And
that.
it's peanut. Yeah. I get that on those hot days driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, that's the other channel.
Yeah. But, but you know, when we go down to Vegas, we're at a trade show all day, and then we leave that, and then we stop and we drink at this one bar, or there's another bar we stop and we drink at, and then we go out for dinner and stuff. So you stop at that bar and you drink for an hour or 2 hours before dinner, and it's like, if you're sitting there and then you're drinking and then you get up and it's like, whoa.
Yeah. Because your belly's empty. You should be drinking after you eat.
Yeah.
But oh.
Yeah, no, it's there's a lot of the old time drinks that are starting to come back, but they're not where you mix anymore. They're pre-mixed that you buy at the LCBO.
Those
Like-
are handy but expensive.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you buy a honestly, I bought this 2 years ago and I still probably still
2
got at
years?
least another night in. But
They have Jack and Coke already
Yeah.
in a can, that kind of stuff, and gin
you're
and
talking
tonic,
like $3 or
already in
$4 a can too.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's so handy. You're kind of like,
All right,
it
Don.
costs so much, but it's already pre-made. I could
Take care, Don.
have a great day, eh?
But I do miss Kahlua. Why, you guys can't get Kahlua down there anymore?
Making it. Oh
God, we can get like every different kind of Kahlua that you'd ever want to imagine, plus some.
Yep. That reminds me of those drinks we used to make. We used to call them buttery, NIPPLES. And it's half Bailey's and half butter shots.
Oh,
And they call them buttery, NIPPLES. I'm not going to say it because I don't know who's in the chat. But
Yeah.
hey,
but
you said titties.
I said TIDDI. I referenced that. Yeah. There's a shoe called Titties, TIDDIES. But anyway, but you mix half and half and they go down it's so smooth.
That's what you were saying. Yeah.
Right. Well, I made some one time for a New Year's party we went to in Victoria, Texas. And my dad was there and he said, "Hey, can I have some of that?" So he was drinking it like chocolate milk. I said, "Dad, those things are for shots. They're not." He was drinking it like it was like chocolate. Whoa! And he was feeling really good after the night. It's one of those drinks where you don't feel the liquor. You know, it tastes like it's just so smooth. And but it's so good. Butter shots and Bailey's Irish cream, just half and half in a shot glass, and
Nice.
you will not believe the taste. It is amazing.
So
That's
I didn't
tequila
realize it, but
poppers.
what's that?
Those tequila poppers. You
So
don't even notice that. That's like,
I got these shots at the LCBO. Well, whenever I got the Christmas stuff, they're from New Zealand.
what?
Oh my God. They are so smooth. And they're called a crazy Pussy.
Watch you. Don't get Darren to spit all over his camera.
I'm like, I gotta try this. And oh my God, it has to be the smoothest. I don't even know what's in it. But man, it works.
That's so smooth and tastes so yummy.
And you know what's in it? That's the channel, Scott.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Obviously, it waxed beforehand.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
But it's one of those ones that have like the center, so there's two actual liqueurs.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know if I think the ingredients are in New Zealand. I don't know.
It's so funny how you can get away with saying some stuff in some countries and not in other countries.
Oh, can you imagine sending that like overseas and like, wow. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's like when I was in Germany, their catalogs, like a Sears catalog, their catalogs were, if they were selling a bra, that's all that person had on was the bra. If they were selling underwear, that's all that person had on was the underwear. It's like
that would sure beat the catalogs, the Sears catalogs I had when I was like 13.
This was their German catalogs, the German stores. It's, oh my goodness!
But yeah, I was gonna say though, Darren, like the Sears catalog at Christmas, if that's what they were selling in that section, that's all you saw.
Yeah. No, that was like, there's like one or two pages where it was like,
yeah.
Where you're 13, you're like, yeah, this is like, yeah.
Oh, Sears can't trick me.
Back before his monkey nuts dropped.
Oh man. All right, Charles. But okay, Marie. It's I wondered that, usually Kahlua doesn't disappear, but well, it does if it's here, but
yeah, Kahlua, the only thing I drink Kahlua with is with ice cream. I mean, it's best on ice cream.
Oh, moose milk.
I was never a fan of Kahlua.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we mix it 75-25 with milk.
Okay.
And then for every 40 of Kahlua, you dump in a bag of ice.
Okay.
And then you go golfing. Oh, by the end of the 18th hole, you're pretty much, there's my ball. Yeah.
That's a gimme.
That's a gimme, right?
Yeah. But it's like, it's on the next hole.
5 feet away. That's a gimme.
What number mulligan am I on? That's my fifth mulligan. Okay, well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Lukey.
Yeah.
What do you mean you're chipping on the green? Yeah, leave me alone. I'm chipping on the green.
That's the tee, stupid.
I thought I saw a hole over there.
That's the gopher hole.
That's the marker. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh.
But
where are you taking Lukey, Scott? He's been hounding you. I think you're supposed to take him somewhere.
No. He was here and then he just came back. He's like back. Hey, everyone.
Yeah. Our Basset Hound's was asleep on the couch. The Bridget's ex came over with the boys and the snowmobiles and his new girlfriend and their kids. And he has a dog, and his dog and our Basset Hound are like best friends. So they just love each other. So whenever we go over there to drop the boys off, they always get to play a bit, or when he comes over to drop the boys off, they play a bit. Or when either of us go out of town, he gets our dog, we get his. And today they all went out snowmobiling in the back. But Odin, obviously being a Basset Hound, can't keep up with Buddy, who is like, I think he's like half Rottweiler, half something else.
Night, Craig.
He's a big, tall dog, long legs. So he's able to keep up with the snowmobiles and all that. Odin can't. So the oldest came back about 20 minutes after they left with his snowmobile and Odin in tow on the little inflatable. And he's like, yeah, Odin needs to come inside now. And I'm like, yeah, okay. So we got Odin inside and they went back out and then they just came back a little while when I was grabbing the drinks. And
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Yes, Lukey. Next week.
Now, Darren, is your property there? Is it very hilly or is it pretty flat?
No, we're flat. We're completely flat. Like
So there's
our
no
neighbors, like everywhere, except over on the one side where it's basically a cliff, and I want to say it's like 100-foot or more drop off.
Oh,
So it's kind of like our defensive position on the east side.
right.
We know the zombies can't come up that way. So
Yeah. No, I was reading. The reason I asked is if there's any place you could, kids could shovel or slide down a hill or.
not here, no. Like we wish there was, because we would actually love to put a cold cellar into the side of a hill.
Oh,
but
yeah.
we can't. We're so flat. We'd have to build it up or that sort of thing.
Do you guys have basements there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a basement in Canada.
Oh,
Well, most
Yeah.
people.
I want to say 99% of people in Canada have basements.
Yeah.
I would say.
And here it's the opposite. 99% of people don't have basements.
Yeah,
Well,
it's weird.
But it makes
I
sense
went
whenever
down to
Jesse
Georgia
tells you.
a few times, it's like visiting people in their houses. Like, you don't have a basement? Where do you keep everything? Like,
Yeah. People use that for storage.
yeah. Where do you play hockey with the kids?
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly. How many windows do you take out of the basement?
Where's your laundry?
Actually, our laundry's
Where's
on the
your
main floor.
firewood storage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Our furnace and
Where's your camping gear?
Exactly. We have 2 bedrooms downstairs. We've got a weight room, full bathroom, unfinished part with a freezer, the oil tank. What else is down there? Oh, our cold storage. Like, who doesn't have a cold storage? Like,
Yeah. Cold room, workshop.
Do you have it?
Bridget's weaving. One of the big fireplaces, laundry, firewood storage.
Are most of the basements in Canada conditioned space or unconditioned space?
condition.
Yeah. They're, I would say most are, you can turn them into livable space if they're not already livable.
Right.
There's a few who have crawl spaces, but it's the older homes, like 100 years old plus.
Yeah, because I mean, I would think it would be good if it was unconditioned. It'd be good to keep vegetables and potatoes and all that kind of stuff down there where it's nice and cool.
Yeah.
year
So,
round.
for example, our basement we've got the heaters in there. Like, we have electric heat throughout the house, the baseboard, but we also have 3 wood fireplaces throughout the.
Okay, so you're not burning oil.
No,
Oh,
no, we're burning wood,
Right.
but we have kind of this
Okay.
one side of the basement sectioned off into 3 rooms. The first room is kind of like our cold storage. So we keep all our canned goods there, all our food storage, everything there. The next room is like Bridget's storage. So all her weaving materials and that is there. And then the third one's kind of like my room where I keep all my pew stuff and camping stuff and survival stuff and that kind of stuff.
Right.
And then the rest of the basement's kind of a bit open, except for our cold room and the laundry room.
a million comedians out of work, and Lisa tries to be one. Oh boy! Actually, I got to watch what I say now. We're within 3 weeks. She's got that good a memory.
Oh yeah, she will never forget.
It's funny, Aoki Homestead. I'm just noticing some of the comment there, and they're talking about tornado shelters. I don't think anyone in Canada has an actual tornado shelter. And we have a lot of tornadoes, but I wouldn't say anyone here has an actual tornado shelter.
Dedicated shelter.
Yeah.
Like
whereas down in the States, you know, you can find them in a lot of places.
But don't forget, our tornadoes are not the 4 or 5s that these guys get.
No.
You know, the worst one that I've ever remember is the one across from Petawawa that took about a quarter of a kilometer swath, about a mile long, through the bush whenever it come off the Ottawa River into Quebec, and it just made like a road. Just took all the trees and uprooted them. Like you could have went through with a paver after and put a road in.
One of the worst I remember was when I was a teenager. I don't know if you remember it, but went through Barrie, Ontario.
Yeah.
So it took out the racetrack. It took out
Molson Amphitheater and
tons of homes and that kind of thing.
How old are you, Darren?
49.
Too old.
Okay, so you're the same age as me. Okay. Well, because I was thinking I was actually dating a girl from Barrie whenever that happened.
Oh, wow.
So she actually happened to be at my place whenever that big thing happened.
Yeah.
You got to remember, though, Marie is probably in her tornado alley because she's in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
That's a common thing up there.
Yeah.
Well, that big one that went through, not this summer, but last summer, that
through Ottawa and stuff. Yeah.
Well, through Ottawa, that was pretty big. That went through our township. But nobody died, thank God.
Yeah.
There was one place that they took us. He actually owns a construction company here. If he would have been sitting on his pooper, he would no longer be here. Because the tree, there was a limb about 12 inches round, come through his window and split his pooper into about 1 million pieces. Oh. And if he would have been on the top of it, he would have been in the pooper.
Talk about hitting the fan.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, no, it took the whole corner right out of their house. Wow. Like it was, it was so crazy. But you know, like I always say, we have quite a few tornadoes in the course of the year.
Snowstorms are the worst.
And go ahead, you can say it. And thunder.
The thunder snow. Yeah. Whatever the hell the thunder snow is.
Have you never? Come on, you've seen. Yes, you have.
I've seen
thunder snow happens.
I've seen some stuff in my life, but I've never brought thunder snow anywhere.
Thunder snow is a thunderstorm in the middle of a great big snowstorm.
No.
That happens?
Yes.
No,
sir.
It doesn't happen. It's like some sort of Canadian.
It happens at least once a year here.
Is that like the Yeti?
No. There's no Yetis around.
Exactly.
Darren's the Yeti. True story.
I might
look up Google thunderstorms in snowfalls.
Okay.
It is the most amazing thing you'll ever see.
Probably.
But you called it thunder snow.
That's what they call it. It's thunder snow.
Yeah, it's thunder snow.
But the premise is that in the middle of you're getting a blizzard, and the next thing you hear is it's like, what in God's name? Yeah, you're getting a thunderstorm in the middle of a great big blizzard.
It only happens in
Heather's-
Ottawa because I'm unhappy.
So you see, Heather's got the one side of Ottawa covered, and I've got the other side of Ottawa covered. I've got the good side.
What pisses me off is the stuff that happens in our winters and people going out in snowstorms not prepared.
Oh,
this is Canada, people.
Yeah,
come on.
And people that don't have snow tires. Are you kidding me?
I was working on a video today to kind of a wake up call, but I'm like, I'm positive that the only people that watch my videos are the people that were prepared anyway.
Really?
So, to me, it's one of those things where I've heard so many stories where people are driving to their kids because there's a family emergency, or going out to a Christmas party, or family get together, and they're in dress pants.
Thanks, Kenzie.
Or
thanks, Josh.
Dress shoes, a sweater. They're dressed up for a party, and you have no provisions with you in the middle of a freaking storm.
Yep.
It baffles my mind that people don't throw. If you get stuck and you have to get out of your vehicle, do you have clothes in your vehicle to be able to walk to the next neighbors? Do you have clothes in your vehicle, winter clothes, boots, to be able to walk to the next gas station, to the next police station, to the neighbors? And I mean, if you're stuck in 1 foot, 2 feet of snow,
have you got candles to keep heat in your car?
Country road, and you want to get to your neighbors or the people down the street, and they haven't plowed their driveway.
Yep.
You're walking through a ton of snow to get help. Do you want to do that in your Christmas party outfit?
Yep.
The
amount of people that don't have candles in their car blows me away too, especially that live rurally. It's like if you're putting your car in the ditch in the middle of a snowstorm, 6 miles away from your house, you're not going nowhere. You're staying in your car.
Yeah.
Well, even one tea candle will heat your car for, it'll keep it just below freezing, but
yeah. At the very least, pick up one of those winter emergency kits and throw them in their back seat.
Yeah.
Have something.
Yeah. So does that happen a lot there? I mean, is that pretty?
It does. It happens all the time.
Wow.
People driving on summer tires in the middle of winter. People wearing, say they go out to a party and they're wearing a suit in their BMW, and the traffic starts, someone has an accident, and the snow falls, and they're getting rescued on a snowmobile. And so they're getting picked up by a snowmobile in the middle of winter wearing a suit. And now you have to go 2, 3, 4, 5 miles on the back of a snowmobile in a suit to get out of the situation you're in.
Not to mention the what it puts the rescuers in.
Exactly. And that's the biggest problem I have too, is you made the dumb decision to do what you're doing. Now what you're doing is, because you made that dumb decision, you're risking other people's lives to save you. And it comes down to other kinds of rescues as well. Is if you're making a dumb decision to put yourself in that situation in the first place, then whatever rescuer is going to try and rescue you, I don't feel bad if that rescuer says, this is too much, I'm done, I'm not proceeding with the rescue because it's endangering my life. It's endangering, say, other people with me. It's just crazy.
Well, it's no different than down here where they'll have guys that get a boat. It's rated for 8 people.
Yep.
They got 14 people on the boat on the
Yeah.
lake, and they're all drinking, and they're gunning through the lake at Mach speed and thinking that it's cool. Or they'll pull somebody behind, a drunk person on rope back there, and tossed and thrown to the wind. And half of those people probably don't even know that it's against the law, to do what they're doing. Because
Especially
all his friends, you know.
Especially,
Darren,
like you
can
get
you
into-
imagine a skidoo pulling a human down a road with skis? Never heard of that.
We never do anything like that. No.
Not here in Canada.
Just every other day. But again, you're dressed for the weather.
Exactly.
Like, there's so many times people are not dressed for the weather, not prepared for the situation that they're in. So, like, I even saw it, like you were just mentioning, boats, say down in Georgia, where the sandbars shift all the time in Savannah. If you don't know that area and you hit a sandbar and you're drunk, have fun. Like, it's just...
I can take you on the Ottawa River right in front of me. The amount of sandbars and peninsulas and deadheads from the logging trade going back 100 and some odd years.
And don't get me started on people freaking kayaking and boating without proper equipment in spring and fall. If you're not wearing a freaking dry suit and you're kayaking when there's ice on the water,
Yeah. Hello.
you're on your own.
Well, unfortunate thing is we've changed municipal, or not us, before I was. They've changed the municipal law that our firefighters cannot respond out
dump
into
people.
water anymore.
Good.
Because in southern Ontario, on the Great Lakes, somebody came up with a real brainwave of an idea and died, but also
Well,
took
that's
a first responder with him.
That's just it. Is like, not only have you put your own life at risk, but you've put every rescuer
Right.
and
Yeah.
paramedic and other person at risk as well.
Yep.
So you made your decision. You need to live with your decision, but you're not taking a rescuer or anyone willing to help you with you.
And that's why I get upset at, these people. Well, that's their job. Oh, no, it's not.
No.
Well, here's the ones I hate, Darren. We get people on the river down here north of our town, and they're out there having fun. It's July 4th. Everybody's hot. Everybody wants to get in the water. Everybody wants to swim. Well, they're taking people on these boats, right? And here's the bad part. Half of the kids can't swim. So now you're out there on a river and you can't swim, and they don't have any life preservers on.
Yeah.
Well, what are you doing? It's one thing to get out there in the river. Another thing is, if you can't swim, shouldn't you be wearing a life preserver?
Yep.
Or some kind of
I'm sorry, but even if you can swim, you should have a preserver on, because a lot of people have a beverage,
but the thing is,
or they cramp up.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if you and you're right, you can be a person who can swim, but what's bad is now that the child is drowned and they can't find him in the river. They're looking for, because he doesn't have a preserver on, right? He's sunk to the bottom. After a few days, he'll gas up and he'll float to the top. But you don't put kids in precarious situations like that without thinking about safety.
No.
Period. You got to have, and it's the law, you know. But I don't know.
Hey, Randy.
They just don't think, I guess, when they're having fun.
That gets me, because I'm gonna really just here for a minute, but we had one political person say something about the latest pew pew ban, and they were like, well, if your hobby your hobby is responsible for children's deaths, then it shouldn't be allowed. Guess what? In Canada, there are more kids killed by swimming pools than pew-pews.
Right.
There are more shark attacks in Canada than people killed by the AR-15.
Mm-hmm.
There are more people killed by moose. Moose. There are more people killed by moose than anything else in Canada.
And you know that happens right close to here with Algonquin Park right there.
Yeah. It's like there are more grizzly bears and bear attacks, people killed by bears than that. So it's like, don't tell me my hobby is responsible, and don't tell me I have to quit my hobby because of kids dying. If you're going to go after hobbies where kids die, you're not going to have any sports left. You're not going to have any swimming pools left. You're not going to.
The problem is all the wrong, there's like 60 pages of guns that are, or pew-pews that are on the No More in Canada. Sparkle Socks.
Anyway, let's get off this before
3 of them are in my basement. Well, if he thinks that he's getting my grandpa's gun that I've registered 3 times and he's screwed up the whole thing, he's nuts. But my grandpa handmade a British 303 and it's downstairs in a box. Well, it's going to stay there until Kyle is of the age. Well, he's.
I just had to get that out, Scott, and I'm sorry.
No, you're getting me fired up now.
I know, and I don't want to because it's not.
No, but it makes sense. You know, if you're going to say one thing causes death because it's your hobby, any hobby. Look at the guys that jump out of planes, parachute,
football,
skydive, football
hockey
players, soccer players,
like how many kids? Anyway, no.
Energy drinks kill more kids in Canada than pew-pews. And I'm talking tenfold.
Yeah.
And we had 2 kids that died here playing hockey 2 winters ago. They downed a Red Bull and went and played hockey. Their heart exploded.
Yeah.
It's so sad. Anyways, let's change the subject. I just got another mail call.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Garden State Gardener sent me a keychain.
Is he in the house?
No,
I haven't seen him.
He's been working really weird hours and trying to do like extra.
Yeah, he's sick right now.
Oh no.
Yeah, and he's sick as a dog right now too.
He's sick of having to work all these extra jobs.
That man works 22 hours a day. I don't know how he does it.
Oh, really?
Well, he goes home and then he Ubers. Like he works his day job.
Oh, wow.
And then he Ubers in the evenings and weekends.
But it's understandable, as much as he gives away, I don't know how much he pays for postage.
Oh, man.
So
he's always giving stuff away and like, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, Tony.
Hey.
Good
to see you. Hope you guys are doing well out there.
Well, I guarantee you, he hasn't got the amount of snow we do.
No.
They got it all in rain.
Yeah, exactly, eh? Yeah.
It's crazy. And if everybody didn't see their new video, please go watch it. It shows closer to where they're at the new home, and that's all I'm going to say. You guys are going to have to go watch it.
Nice.
I'll just say this. Go Ridge Beam.
Hey, if his ridge beam looks like that, we're in trouble.
Go Ridge Beam. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, gracious.
Let's play on another channel, folks.
Yeah.
But he's got the Ridge Beam up now. So
does he? Nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. On the video that just came out this morning or last night or I forget when I watched it. It was either last night or this morning.
Man. Talk about
Take care, Marie.
I don't know how, but like starting all over and building your own homestead from scratch.
I mean,
There's
from
just
ground up.
crazy.
Right. And then doing
Being
it,
forced.
and doing it in the middle of winter. This is not July and August. This is December, January.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I faced some hardships in my past and still do, but like that to me is like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be like,
when it's all said and done, though, he's going to be a whole lot better off.
Well, they own it. Nobody can do anything to take it away now.
Yeah.
And
when you look back at it, Tony, and you've seen what you've done and you know what you've done, it almost every day will be like, yeah, I can do that. And any obstacle in my way,
Hanker,
whatever.
come here, bud.
And every day he does something, it's a gift, right? He says, thank you.
Right here.
Doing whatever he can with his own two hands. Now, mind you, Joni helps him a lot.
Yeah.
You know,
I think she does most of the work from what I've seen.
Yeah, you're probably right.
That's one of the ones that we all know, but we just don't say it.
Exactly.
And actually, she is the true motivator. She's the one that motivates him to get out there and work. Otherwise, he's not going to eat. You know, Tony, he loves to eat.
Oh, and Tony, my neighbor right beside me here just said that he smelt like almond joy. I said, "You better stay away. You better stay away from Tony."
Oh my God! All right, I'm gonna interrupt this and tell a little story here.
I had to rub myself down with some of this, Tony.
So, my boss, my immediate boss, is from. Where's Truro? Is Truro Nova Scotia?
Yep.
Okay, so she's from Truro. So my other coworkers and I were at an event, trade show, and they're all Quebecois, myself, Ontario, and she's Nova Scotia originally from Truro. And he was saying something about the way she spoke, and someone, if I remember correctly, another guy came up and said, like, you're East Coast or something like that. And they kind of recognized each other as East Coast or something. And so my coworker said something like, oh, he meant to say he could recognize you as an East Coaster. But what he said was he can smell the East Coast on you.
Oh, no.
So being female and saying you smell like fish.
No, the Bay of Funday. You smell like the
Bay. To this day, and it's like now been, I want to say it's been 1.5 years, 2 years, and that inside joke never gets old. Like, you smell like Nova Scotia. Oh. It just like we have not let him live that down.
So what happens when the new guy comes in? You get a new guy. Oh, where are you from? Let me go. Oh,
we don't actually have a lot of turnover, which is nice. So, okay. Yeah. No.
You smell like Victoria.
Yeah.
Oh, Tony, that is, my God, you'd never leave the shower. Almond Joy shower gel.
But I swear to God, Glenda makes a soap made out of goat's milk that smells like coconut, and it is the sweetest smell. It's, oh my goodness,
nice.
It is very nice.
G'day, Steve.
G'day, Bomber Steve.
What's going on, Steve?
He probably through wrangling snakes, and he's.
I know.
Either that, or he's choking chickens or something.
Wait a minute. He's choking chickens or something.
Chasing chickens.
You didn't just say that, did you?
Yeah, he did.
I did. I don't treat anybody differently.
No, you don't.
He didn't mean nothing by it, Steve. He just didn't know what he said. It was a Freudian slip. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hey,
We know you're not choking your chickens.
You wouldn't be on here if you were.
Nope.
see, he caught some chunky red belly. I'm staying out of that one.
Yeah.
Is that a black mamba?
I don't think so.
We're just digging ourselves a bigger hole here. There goes my monetization.
I want to be Dr. Pepper, guys. There's nothing.
Yeah, me too. There's only one drinking on the panel. He's the quiet one.
Oh, Heather's out. Take care, Heather.
You're right.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Steve. The distraction could be fatal.
Thank God I don't deal with snakes.
But I still want to know what a chunky red-bellied black is.
No, you don't.
That sounds venomous to me, and I just it kind of makes me a bit sick to my stomach that he gets all excited about these snakes that'll kill him.
And it's a 1.6 meter chunky red-bellied black.
Yeah. Yeah. I like to brag a little bit too.
Oh, gracious.
Yeah. I say it's 3 inches when it's really 2.
Let me see. What is 1.6 meters? I'm have to check that out. See if he's lying.
Oh, gracious.
I don't know, Steve. That looks a little bit nefarious there, Bubba. I don't know. You'd have to prove. We have to see that one on video.
Yeah. Or maybe not.
Yeah, like Tony said, 1/16 of an inch, maybe.
Must be something in the water. Yeah.
Really, that is a local potential fatally venomous water snake.
He was in the chicken coop.
See, so
So it was the
chickens
snake-
and
It was
telling
the
you.
snake that was choking the chicken.
Oh, dear God.
Whoa.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's
It's got a
beautiful.
red belly.
It's got a red belly.
Well, if it's got a red belly, you don't talk to it.
But if that's over eating your chickens, I'd be choking that snake, not the chicken. Steve, you got it backwards. You got to choke the snake, not the chicken.
Yeah. He's as thick as a Coke can.
And I
Wow.
know you love snakes.
Whoa.
You want to protect them. But if he's eating my chickens, he gone.
Yeah.
Later. Yeah.
It's his favorite venomous snake.
Yeah.
What?
Steve,
You need to rethink. You need to rethink some things when your favorite thing's a venomous snake.
Steve, you need to get out a bit more.
Yeah. I'm sure your wife's not going to be making you some Kentucky Fried Snake. So you might want to save them chickens.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. He was in the chicken coop eating all the mice, not the chickens.
Oh, they don't eat chickens? If that chicken's over there trying to get a little bit of that mice, that snake's going to eat the chicken too.
I'll tell you what else is about as thick as a Coke can.
What if that snake was over eating the chicken eggs?
Not me.
Yeah. I heard about a guy one time.
It's not length of girth that matters. Is that what you're saying, Aaron? I just want to make sure I'm clear.
Oh dear.
Yes, he is a dreamer, Tony.
I don't know. That might, to some people, that might be a nightmare. Ain't no dream.
Yep.
It'd be a
Yep.
nightmare.
Ah. Ouch.
Who I can't. Oh, give her 1.5.
1.5
I
inches.
don't know. I don't know if she can or not.
We're 1.6.
Yeah.
1.6.
Hank, do you want your supper? Yeah, Steve asking for a friend.
Where's Hank's?
Oh,
In
it's,
his,
not, it's not the hot tub, Tony. It's the extra long vacation and too much alcohol in the house.
3 little red ones. You're probably best to get his bowl. Because
Tony, I told
attack
myself
you.
I was going to drink less this year, but it's not this year yet. So
No, that's it. You still got a few more days to figure it out.
yeah. Oh,
Well, we're coming on 4 hours, and I gotta get
you
off
got
of here
stuff to
soon.
do, eh?
Well, I've got.
I got to go work on dinner too.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Debbie took out chicken, so I'm
Nice.
thinking I'm making chicken.
Oh, you're not having snake tonight?
No, no, there's no snakes. That's why I deal with this white stuff.
Well,
It's I deal with the white stuff, so I don't have anything slithering across my toes. Mm-mm. Okay, you're probably gonna have to feed her by hand. I'll do it. I'm getting off here. So,
snake-
anyways,
So many comments I could make, but
yeah.
oh, could we ever? But
Yeah.
that's for the other channel.
that is for the other channel.
Yeah.
And if you want that other channel, you need to pay a big subscription for that other channel.
That's right.
Exactly.
Snake tastes like chicken.
That's
Well,
right.
I'll take your word for it,
Everything
Steve.
does. Like rabbit does. It's just like,
The only thing that don't taste like chicken is chicken.
That's it. I'm gonna stick with chicken tastes like chicken.
oh, well, thanks for having me on, Scott. I
Hey,
appreciate
anytime,
that.
brother. You know that.
Jesse, is your address on your page?
Yes, it's on our about
Okay.
page.
Good to know.
Yep.
Thanks a lot, Scott. Appreciate you inviting us up.
All right,
Yeah.
guys. Well, don't forget Saturday night. Jesse and I are just going to keep going on Jesse's channel. Save everybody coming over to mine. Really, I'd make about $5 off of the Saturday night anyway, so Jesse can have it.
Yeah, right.
Part of the Uber, part of my Uber payment.
Now they don't have Uber in Canada, do they?
Yep.
Oh yeah, just
I
not
use
in
it
the
quite a
rural
bit.
areas, but in the cities. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And-
We have Lyft, we have Uber, we have taxis, we have everything here.
Yeah.
But ours come with sled dogs. How about you?
sled dogs. Yeah.
They pick
Can
you
you
up
imagine
and
that?
you better be wearing hats and mitts.
Yeah. Can you
That's
imagine
right.
you calling somebody an Uber from your place, Darren? Guy shows up with a sled.
I need to do a video on that.
Yeah, that would be neat.
That actually would be hilarious.
Yeah.
So if it's
And
coming
and
in
the
like-
whole thing just put you sitting out in the snowbank with more snow and ice over your face, waiting for the Uber to come, and then have Brigitte show up on the skidoo there.
Well, I still want to talk to my neighbors because my neighbors have like all my neighbors
What?
have sled dogs,
Come here, Hank.
but like then not right here, but my next ones. We talked to them about doing a video on the sled dogs last year, and we didn't get it teed up. So this year, hopefully, we can.
Come here.
Well, you need to call it something like you can't call it Uber because Uber may come back down on you. You just call it Uber or something.
Sluber, exactly.
Don't call it Uber.
And like right now, the sun is going down, and it's like I don't know if you guys can really
My camera's like,
appreciate the colors here.
it looks kind of a purplish gray.
Yeah, it's
It looks like black and white to me.
it's pretty cool because it is
Is that what it is?
really this
No.
pinkish, whitish, grayish, purple.
It looks kind of purple gray to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Anyways,
All right.
it's time for me to go because one dog's already eaten and the other dog's got a cone on its head and
Oh,
well, it's trying to eat and Kyle's feeding it. So I got to go help out.
All right, guys. Well, y'all be
So-
good. I'll see y'all on Saturday.
We'll see
Take care,
everybody
eh?
Saturday. Take care, guys.
Take care. Bye.